discrepancies in a transit cargo shipment bound for Niger as investigations get underway. With details of that coming up. Also this morning, United States Military Command indicates its readiness to support Ghana and other partners to contain the sharp rise in violent extremism across West Africa.
So we're very concerned about that as we watch that. And that's a large portion of the reason why I've been traveling to many countries around the region, is to look where we can partner, because no one nation can take this threat on alone.
Meanwhile, the minority criticizes ministers for the Interior, Defense and Foreign Affairs for failing to brief the House on the killing of 8 Ghanaians in Burkina Faso.
We have waited for over a week. None of the ministers, Minister for Foreign Affairs, Minister for Defense, Minister for Interior, none of them had the courtesy to appear before us to even update us.
In business,
Bank of Ghana plans to rebuild country's gold reserves to significant levels by end of year. We've got details on the Joy Business Report.
And feasibility studies find Ghana can use cocoa pod husk and other materials to power aircraft.
There's definitely enough feedstock and a variation of feedstocks that can be sourced in Ghana for the production of sustainable aviation fuels.
Details of these stories with me, Mami Sinyamiche Thompson, coming up now. Now, the Ghana Revenue Authority has interdicted 5 officers of its Customs Division with immediate effect over alleged procedural breaches linked to a transit cargo operation. In a statement, the authority said the action follows preliminary findings from an enforcement exercise on February 18 involving goods declared for onward movement to Niger. Darryl Kwal is in the studio with me and has details of that statement. Darryl.
Well, Mamiesi, officials also in the statement say a comprehensive internal investigation is now underway to determine whether established customs protocols were deliberately bypassed or ignored. The Ghana Revenue Authority emphasized that the suspensions are part of efforts to safeguard national tax revenue and uphold professional accountability within the Customs Division. The authority further said in a statement it is committed to economic integrity and the strict enforcement of trade regulations. Additional disciplinary measures, if necessary, will be determined once investigators conclude their work and establish the full facts of the case.
Thank you, Darryl. Now, the board chairman of the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, Professor Titus Bayo, has described as disappointing the posture of some health professionals, which is contributing to the no-bed syndrome across the country. It comes on the back of outrage by Parliament after Charles Emiso died following a hit and run accident at the Circle Overpass. On the floor of the House, he explained some doctors and nurses deliberately do not want to offer medical services to a patient in critical need.
Mr. Speaker, but the most disappointing part is that no bed could simply mean that the staff are not willing to work. And that is the very, very sad part. This no bed could mean that a shift is about to end and someone is not willing to admit a new patient and do all the documentation, so turn the patient away. No bed could mean that the doctor is afraid to work or is tired and feels that if he touch that patient and the patient pass away, duty of care is established legally.
Now, the United States Military Command for Africa has indicated its readiness to support President Mahama's initiatives aimed at tackling violent extremism in West Africa. Now, at least 7 Ghanaian tomato traders, 8 died after they were attacked in Burkina Faso's northern province of Tetao. In an exclusive interview with Joy News' Blessed Saga on Connect Africa, Commander of the U.S. AFRICOM General Anderson stated U.S. is ready to support the fight.
Violent terrorist threat is continuing to spread. It's taken root in the Sahel and has continued to expand. So we're very concerned about that as we watch that. One of the things that we do at AFRICOM and within the U.S. military is we look at these terrorist threats globally. So we understand how these networks evolve and move. And what we have seen is what you just described is that a large portion of that network has migrated into the Sahel.
Meanwhile, the minority in Parliament has criticized the Ministers for Interior, Defense and Foreign Affairs for failing to appear before the House to provide an update on the tragic killing of the Ghanaians in Burkina Faso a week after the incident occurred. Here's ranking member on the Defense and Interior Committee, Reverend Intim Kojo.
We wrote and insisted and summoned the three ministers of the security sector governance with the foreign affairs minister, i.e. the Minister for Interior and National Security, the Minister for Defense, and the Minister for Foreign Affairs to appear before the Joint Committee of Defense and Interior, Security and Intelligence, and Foreign Affairs. Clearly, there was failure on the part of government to put in place mechanism that would have prevented what occurred. Never again must this terrorist killing ever occur.
Now, ranking member on the Foreign Affairs Committee, Samuel Abujinapo, called for a bipartisan parliamentary inquiry, the renegotiation of the Accra Initiative, and the immediate completion of the further operating bases to enhance security.
To have Ghanaians killed in such cold blood through such terrorist attack, which has never happened before, even at the height of this conflict in Burkina Faso in 2018, is one that is very disturbing, which is why the minority have called for a bipartisan parliamentary inquiry into this matter. And I've also called for the reintroduction of the Accra Initiative, which was what the Akufo-Addo government brought to being, which ensured that we protected our compatriots in the 8 years of the Akufo-Addo administration. As
in Asin Central District of the Central Region, some farmers gather not just to discuss yields and prices, but how to safeguard their livelihoods from the increasingly unpredictable weather. On climate evidence, Kofi Edudonfe reports on how agricultural cooperatives can turn shared vulnerability into collective resilience.
The critical challenge is a climatic change. That is the most critical challenge we had.
Samuel Toby owns a 17-acre cocoa farm bordering a forest reserve.
If you are not lucky, the cocoa can die. So it is a climatic change that is our main problem.
Dr. Victor Owusu, whose research focuses on agrarian food systems and livelihood resilience, describes climate change as a planning nightmare for farmers.
Predicting the onset of the rainfall is becoming difficult, and intermittently temperatures are also very high, so making planning for farming activities very difficult. And this is where the local cooperatives comes in.
Agricultural cooperatives are emerging as a quiet but powerful force in Ghana's climate response. Abdul Rahman Ayitu Tete at the Cocoa Health and Extension Division of Cocoa Board describes cooperatives as essential allies in reaching farmers efficiently.
They should not do more or new farms, but the ones that they have, we should rather maintain it so that we can maximize production from the farm.
Experts say cooperatives are central to scaling climate adaptation across the country.
Ghana is exploring the production of sustainable aviation fuel by converting cocoa pod husk, cassava peels and municipal waste into cleaner aviation energy. The International Civil Aviation Organization's ACT SAF program suggests Ghana could become a West African hub for sustainable fuel production. There's more on this report.
The feasibility study funded by the United Kingdom assessed Ghana's potential to produce sustainable aviation fuel. The project supports global efforts to achieve net zero carbon emissions in international aviation by 2050 and aligns with Ghana's energy transition plans and commitments under the Paris Agreement. ICAO technical consultant for Ghana, Damiana Serafini, said Ghana has enough raw materials including cocoa pod husks, palm oil byproducts and rice residues to produce sustainable aviation fuel.
There's definitely enough feedstock and a variation of feedstocks that can be sourced in Ghana for the production of sustainable aviation fuels. There's several barriers in terms of aggregation, collection aggregation, pre-treatment and conditioning of the feedstock, but that's very common to many other nations.
Director General of the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority, Reverend Stephen Wilfred Arthur, said the authority will work with stakeholders to develop policies that attract investment while protecting public interest.
The GCA will work closely with the Ministry of Food and Agriculture, the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition, as well as industry stakeholders to craft policies that encourage investment.
And that's how we end this morning's bulletin here on Joy 99.7 FM. I am Amisi Nyamiche Thompson.
Oh, jump on Gogo, the Gogo. Gogomi, at what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car? No, I don't change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so. This is the type of fuel where they want to. Cause now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I'll go drive, sir. Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind said, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open there. Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel? Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you. Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside? I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small. The gogo. Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
When I say ABSA, you say yes. ABSA Bakiti, we go say yes this 2026 till your jobs start dropping down. Yes, you listening to me right now. I know you get dreams. And work is here. And they work it well. Like me, I want to buy that Porsche car I've been dreaming of. I move into my dream house. No landlord will say me. Join the ABSA family and let's help you say yes to your dreams with tailored banking solutions from loans, mortgages, credit cards to digital banking and more. Make 2026 the year of yes with ABSA. Your story matters.
You need a trusty friend on whom you can depend when things come crashing down. You need a trusty friend on whom you can depend when things come crashing down. Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy friend. Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy friend.
Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner.
Brush, 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 that's a bit. That's a bit.
Brush your teeth every day and night. Up and down and all around. Brushing is right. Brush your teeth. Brush your mom and dad. Underneath and in between. Brush your gems away.
Brushing gets more fun with your kids with the new Pepsodent Kids toothpaste. Give your smiles protection that lasts. Grab yours today from a store near you. This advert is FDA approved.
Basic Bank is we're all. We've got what you need for your business and family. Whatever you need, you can count and call on us. Omni Basic Bank. Omni Basic Bank is we're all. We are not just another bank. Whatever you need, you can count and call on us. Omni Basic Bank. Omni Basic Bank. Not just another bank.
Cast your mind back to 2022. The prices were rising. The stress was high. Every liter of fuel felt like a sacrifice. Do you remember who stepped forward first? When others were comfortable with high prices, Star Oil chose you. We cut our own profits so you could keep your AC on, keep your engines running, and keep your life moving without the heavy burden. We gave you room to breathe when things felt tight. Because of you, our star savers, we became number one. Today, the pumps are a battleground. Others are finally cutting prices because they have to. But Star Oil, we do it because we want to. Don't just chase a price, remember a friendship. We were there for you then, and with new innovations coming your way, we are here for you now. Star Oil, still quality and affordable fuels for all.
Chale, imagine hitting the road with total peace of mind. That's the Asempa Super Promo, packed with goodies from Imperial General Assurance. From January 1st to April 30, when you insure or renew your motor policy, you are not just protecting your car or yourself. You stand a chance to win instant rewards that make every drive feels like a celebration.
Here's what's waiting for you. Free fuel and EV charging coupons to keep you moving. Free vehicle diagnosis at accredited garages. A 1-year life insurance cover for extra protection and branded souvenirs, umbrellas, tissue boxes, and more.
Don't let this moment pass. Call 0577 667 436 to 8. Speak to your broker or visit any of our agents nationwide. Insure, drive, and win big with Imperial.
Follow us on social media for all updates. T's and C's apply.
Imperial General Assurance. Solid protection.
Imperial General Assurance, solid protection.
Welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And the 6 a.m. news was brought to us by Absa Bank Ghana Limited. Your story matters. Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner. And Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you. Which means we can now bring you the Joy Business Report, brought to us by Safari Valley Resort, bringing you closer to nature, and Omni Basic Bank, not just another bank. Sechu.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm good. You?
Oh, as you can see, I'm in my fugu on a Wednesday morning.
You're a loyal fugu Wednesday person, right?
You know, I'm
Patriotic
proudly Ghanaian. But it makes life easy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so you wake up, get your...
You don't have to think of ironing.
Oh, no. Put it on, you're good to go. So I like it. And so, you know, I just...
and it looks good on you.
Yeah, I grabbed one.
I don't know if I have the courage to wear a fugu, but...
Well, try. You know, when I was like you, I could wear it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you should try it.
It's not for slim people.
Oh, no, it's for slim people.
Lanky people.
But General Mosquito wears fugu.
Oh, yeah, thanks for the reminder.
Yeah. So you can wear one too. You can go for your size.
Well, I guess.
You see that thing. But this morning, Daryl, here on the Super Morning Show, we'll be talking about this.
I call on the Health Committee to be immediately empowered to do the following. 1, and Mr. Speaker, with your directive, summon the Chief Executive Officers and heads of emergency units of the 3 hospitals involved. 2, demand production of triage logs, duty rosters, and bed occupancy records for that night. 3, establish conclusively whether the 2018 Ghana Health Service Directive was breached. And finally, determine whether professional misconduct or negligence occurred.
This is what those who have done it today will be inspired by. They will talk, they'll do nothing. We want to see action this time. We want to see people held accountable so that the rest of the health personnel across the country will know that this parliament will not sit idly by whilst people negligently lead to the loss of life, such as what we have seen. So I thank my colleague for raising it. And Mr. Speaker, I do agree with him that this parliament should be interested in what happens.
This is one of the needless deaths we have experienced in this country. At the end of the day, I will urge the House for us to legislate on the matter. We need to pass an emergency care law on this matter. I know the conditions under which the health personnel operate, but I also know health personnel have handled accident cases, stabilized them in the bush, not in hospitals. Patriotic health workers have done that, and people have survived through that. So please, the few that are miscreants should not be allowed to at least carry the day.
So that's what happened in Parliament yesterday.
That's plenty tough talk. Let's see some action.
Indeed. And talking about actions, look, Darrell, in the 2011 guidelines on accidents and emergency services, there's a talk about a triage. So that's where people, you look at patients, you look at who is supposed to be giving immediate care and who probably could be asked to go home, come the following day. It's all an important, facility in emergency and accident situations. We said all hospitals must have that. When I asked the General Secretary of the Ghana Medical Association yesterday, he said, well, Winston, look at it carefully and ask yourself, did the state Ghana release the funds for all that the state talked about in that particular policy document?
The funds were not released?
No. So again, here we are. We would form committees, would look at all of these things, and
we see all the nice things.
We see all the nice things. So when you look at our policy, our guidelines, they are the best. They compare to the best in the world.
Where's the action?
Unfortunately, we never put in the actions that would actually make these policy the best of policies. And for me, the challenge is that, look, today, if anything were to happen to me, I ask myself, so let's say I was driving somewhere and I was involved in an accident or I had an emergency, what happens to me? Where I cannot pick my phone and call anybody. What happens?
That's probably the end of you.
And that is why we must focus on emergency services in this country. But that are also coming up this morning. We're going to be joined by the CEO of the National Health Insurance Authority, Dr. Victor Bampo, here on the Super Morning Show. We're going to be looking at a year, since the new government took over. What's changed with the National Health Insurance Authority following the decapping of the NHIL? What's happened with claims payment? But also, when it comes to emergency service, and here, when someone goes to the hospital with an emergency, the expectation is that person should be taken care of. So how are they ensuring that is done? All of these and more coming up here on the Super Morning Show. But also this morning, the Ghana Revenue Authorities interdicted some 5 officials of customs for their roles in the loss of revenue to the state. We'll tell you more about that here on the Super Morning Show. It means we cannot bring you the trumpet.
Oh, yeah.
Who gets the trumpet this morning?
We like action, people, and so we want to give it to the Ghana Revenue Authority. We've been talking lately about the fact that we've not been able to meet we're not able to meet our revenue for the first 11 months of last year. So, things like this help. And so we're encouraging them to hold officers responsible if they're contributing to revenue losses. Yeah.
Okay, so to the Ghana Revenue Authority, we say
trumpets. Hi, good morning. Welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up this morning, Bank of Ghana plans to rebuild country's gold reserves to significant levels by end of year as it targets more than 4% cut in policy rate. Also coming up, Association of Ghana Industries raises concerns about gap between policy rate and inflation as the association flags high cost of credit despite improved economic indicators. Plus, new World Bank report reveals most countries in sub-Saharan Africa, including Ghana, have less than 2/3 of the economic rights of women enforced. Details coming up. My name is Darryl Kwab. Thanks for being with us. Hello to our friends listening from Kofi on KT Radio. The Bank of Ghana is planning to rebuild its gold reserves to significant levels by the end of this year. The bank is also targeting about 4% cut in the policy rate by the end of 2026. This could push interest rates into the single-digit band. We have more in the following report.
According to persons close to the Bank of Ghana, that process has already started in terms of buying more gold through its domestic purchase mechanism to build up their reserves. The Bank of Ghana has maintained that there has always been that plan in place to build the gold reserves. The country's gold reserves dropped from 38 tons in October last year to 18.6% in December 2025. This was after the Bank of Ghana decided to sell a fraction of the reserves to boost its foreign exchange. but the central bank has maintained that the action was critical to support its market intervention program for the last quarter of 2025. The action has, however, been criticized by some market players, but the Bank of Ghana has maintained that based on the measures being implemented, the reserve position should increase significantly in the coming months. Meanwhile, the Bank of Ghana is projecting to cut its policy rate by some 4% for this year. This is what we have picked up when it comes to projections the central bank is working with based on the current performance of inflation and other critical economic indicators. The development should mean that there will be some marginal cuts anytime they meet before the end of this year. However, based on the better than expected performance of the inflation numbers, which could hit 1% in June this year, the Bank of Ghana could even go lower than what it has projected. Development could mean that by the end of 2026, the policy rate could reach 10% or even lower. That is, if the current conditions are maintained till the end of this year.
Now, the Association of Ghana Industries is raising concerns about the current gap between the policy rate and inflation. The policy rate currently stands at 15.5%, despite inflation dropping to a record 3.8%. For the month of January. This has made the cost of credit expensive despite improved economic indicators. President of the association, Dr. Kofinsia Poku, says that most firms in Ghana are uncompetitive as a result.
Let's take, for example, Benin. It's a very small country. They lend as single digits. So if Benin can achieve, what is Ghana doing? So the government will have to look into its practices and ensure that they have effective control to free up money that are available for the banks to lend. If the government itself is competing with the industry to borrow the money, as is happening, treasury bill was about 25-30%, it has come down. They drop it from about 20 to 10. But people are still going there. So once you are creating avenue for people to be comfortable, for the banks to be comfortable, they are not going to reduce the rate. The banks probably are also making good margins. They also have to improve their operational efficiency so that they don't pass on too much cost to the industry.
You heard President of the Association of Ghana Industries, Dr. Kofinsia Poku. Now, the IMF is projecting that Ghana could end the year with an inflation rate of 7%. This was captured in its latest World Economic Outlook report. The rate is slightly lower than the 8% that government is projecting for the year, meaning that the rate, which stands at 3.8% for January, could go down marginally before going up. Dr. Adrian Alter is IMF country representative.
Sustaining this depends on credible monetary policy stance and the prudent fiscal policy, as well as the favorable external conditions. And here you have the gold price volatility, so commodity prices, including also oil and cocoa, which are important commodities for Ghana, but also food prices. So if you look at food prices, they came down in 2025 quite substantially, and that has been helped by better weather. It's not very clear whether that will continue in 2026, and weather and commodity shocks basically remain the key risks to inflation outlook.
IMF country representative Dr. Adrian Alter. The Ghana Revenue Authority has given assurance that it remains fully committed to protecting the country's revenue. It's coming after it announced the interdiction of 5 customs officials said to be involved in the smuggling of cooking oil worth more than 80 million cedis in taxes due the state. The Revenue Authority, in a statement, committed to ensuring that taxes are collected and enforcement procedures are executed with the highest standards and accountability. Moving on to other news, the World Bank's latest edition of the Women, Business and Law report has revealed that women in sub-Saharan Africa, including Ghana, have less than 2/3 of their economic rights enforced compared to men. The following report has more.
The report said only about 1/3 of mechanisms are in place in sub-Saharan Africa to support the implementation of laws that support women's economic rights compared to men. Experts interviewed in the sub-Saharan African region perceived that women's economic rights are enforced at less than half of their full potential. The report revealed that since October 2023, only 15 out of 48 economies in the sub-Saharan African region enacted 33 reforms to provide women with greater access to economic opportunities. On the highlight for the region, the report said across the 10 topics, Sub-Saharan Africa performed relatively well under mobility, with a regional average score of 69.5. 3 economies in the region scored 100. They were Ghana, Nigeria, and Rwanda, indicating that policies to support women's freedom of movement are in place in these countries.
Now, planning remains a crucial link between infrastructure development and efficient transport systems. This is a point strongly emphasized by some speakers at the Graphic Business Stanbic Bank breakfast meeting. Speaking at the event, the Deputy Director of Policy and Planning at the Ministry of Transport, Eric Tete Addison, stressed the need for greater attention to integrated planning for the country.
If we are planning the land use and we don't integrate the transport planning processes into it, then we have challenges. So you are developing a community and you have not planned how transport will be served in that community, how the malls will come in there, how hospitals and other things. So every time you want to move from that community to another area to enjoy that service, how do you go? You go by transport. And because unfortunately we are unable to develop the infrastructure, it creates problem for our movement. And that is one key that we as people, we need to look at.
You're listening to the Joy Business Report. Now, for many small and medium-sized businesses in Ghana, managing finances remains one of the biggest hurdles to growth. But one fintech startup is working to change the narrative. Build Financial Technologies is helping thousands of entrepreneurs move from financial uncertainty to confidence using technology to simplify accounting for sustainable growth. Today on the Joy Business Van, we'll tell you how Build is transforming SME finance one business at a time. Build Financial Technologies is helping small and medium enterprises stay in control of their finances in order to thrive and grow. Co-founder and CEO of Build Financial Technologies, Edward Nikwe, discovered it was a major challenge for small businesses and decided to roll out a software together with his team.
We actually didn't go and start building this software. First, we set up an accounting firm trying to get more insight into how businesses handle their accounting. And then in 2020, we actually came up with our own software.
The features were developed by Build's tech team led by Yusuf Katuli.
So what makes this Build different is the fact that we didn't actually come from somewhere else to come and build this. We live with the people that use it, so it was built with them in mind.
It's interactive, backed by accounting, indigenous, and the team is reachable. But how secure is it? I bet you want to find out. Full episode at 1 p.m. right after the Joy Business Report, 5 p.m. on Business Live on the Joy News channel. Before we go, a look at the markets for you this morning. On the commodity market, crude oil still at $71 a barrel. Gold added $48, trading this morning at $5,199 an ounce. Cocoa selling at $3,078 a ton after losing $25. On the currency market, the dollar going for 11 cedis 19 pesos, short of 1 peso. That's what banks are offering their clients. A British pound 15 cedis 10 pesos, euro going for 13 cedis 20 pesos. The forex bureau is quoting the dollar at 11 cedis 85 pesos. More news on our website myjoyonline.com/business. Thanks for listening. The Super Morning Show continues. Here's Winston.
Yeah, Daryl, it's what, 11 cedis 19 pesos?
Yes.
Okay, that should be. So that's a 1 peso appreciation. And I'm saying that I'm waiting for the cedi, for the dollar to be 8 cedis, $1 to 8 cedis. We can achieve that.
Fingers crossed.
We can achieve that.
It's good to be optimistic about the future. So.
Oh, when it happens like that, Daryl, for those of us who are farmers, we need to buy, pickups for our farms. I said need. It means that it's very, very necessary.
Very, very necessary.
So we're trying to get that. And, once the cedi appreciates, everything is fine. So we're looking forward to that. Thank you very much, Daryl. It means we can bring you our inspirational song, The Presence of the Lord. So let's enjoy.
Thank you, Frank.
And that's Byron Cage with The Presence of the Lord is Here. It's an inspirational song for today. It means we can get into the Drive Safe campaign, Kojo.
And the Drive Safe campaign is brought to you by Joy News and the Multimedia Group, supported by Toyota Superior Quality, Imperial General Assurance, Solid Protection. Avoid all distractions, keep both eyes on the road and hands on the steering wheel, be visible, drive with your lights on. That's how to ensure your safe arrival. Kofi, can you get your calculator out for me? I want you to help me. The next 1-2 minutes, do something.
Hold on a minute. Let me
Okay.
Get it out now. Okay.
4,000 Ghana cedis divided by 30.
Divided by 30.
Yeah.
133.
4,000 Ghana cedis, 133, right? So on average, that's how much I spend on fuel a day.
Okay.
Now, I spend about 4,000 cedis average every month on fuel, and I do about 50 kilometers a day. So this 133 divided by 50 is what?
133.33 divided by 50. That's 2.667.
So I spend 2.667 cedis per kilometer a day driving on my road. Okay. Now there is construction ongoing, and it's increased the time I spend on the road. And every day I have to wash my car for about 20 cedis a day. Okay, every single day, because as soon as I come to town, you need to wash the car because it looks so dirty. So this adds another 400 Ghana cedis to my cost. So it used to be 4,000. You add 20 Ghana cedis, and this 400 is for the working days, right? So 20 days a week, that's 400. So just because of the construction, my cost has increased by 10%. When I was looking at my numbers yesterday, I realized that over the past 6 weeks, I had spent close to 4,000 cedis fixing a broken bumper, fixing exhaust, and fixing all sorts of things under the car. So it's also doubled my spend on transport just within a month. Why am I saying all these things? There's transportation, there's construction going on all around the country, all around the city. We've been given some timelines, but we are not really clear when a lot of these things will be done. So yesterday I suggested that the ministry should set up a portal so that people know when a lot of the road projects will be done. The thing is, we are spending so much more on transportation without knowing when it will end, so that we plan our finances appropriately. So today, Drive Safe, I'm using Drive Safe again, using these numbers to create a picture to the road ministry that yes, it's great that we are fixing the roads, but the situation is also costing us a lot of money. At least let us know, publish something, let every Ghanaian living on the surface of this country know that this road we are building in your neighborhood will be done on this day. So if I have to spend extra, I know where to save money from, where to move money from to take care of my transportation costs. Double my cost within a month because there are speed ramps breaking my exhaust, there are all sorts of things breaking things in my car, and my salary is not increasing, my earnings are not increasing at the same rate.
You're right, and it's an important issue you've raised this morning, and I'm sure there are many people who use these roads under construction who can relate, and so you can share your experience.
Your car. See how dirty it is. You wash it today.
Yeah.
I'm not sure you've started calculating.
No, I have.
You wash it every day.
Once you started, and in my case, in our case, you probably would ask somebody to take it to the washing bay for you. And so when that person is taking it to the washing bay, also he's also looking at it and saying, "Numo,
you went to fix your AC for 6,000 Ghana cedis."
Yes.
The dust in the filters and everything. You don't think all those things contribute to your cost? So really,
anyway, so you can also share your experience with us on 05511119997. That's via WhatsApp.
And curiosity kills, and many people have died taking selfies or videos near fuel spills. So protect yourself, okay, and others by staying back when you see any fuel spill. And this safety tip is from Comac. Remember that safety is always better than the likes you get on Facebook and TikTok.
Great. So means we can get into how to say it right. It's brought to us by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks, and Societe Generale Bank Ghana, the future is you. Now, I want us to do something this morning. So the word is INQUIRE. Okay, INQUIRE. I-R-E.
There's also an E-N, right?
Good. So
and those two, they always confuse me.
Good. So it is to ask for information.
The I-N, no. So to seek
to ask for information. So shall I inquire about the price of tickets?
Okay.
Then there's the E-N-Q-U-I-R-E.
Which one is that one?
Also to ask for information. That's a synonym. And it's pronounced as inquire. So while this you probably may think is enquire, it's also pronounced as inquire. So both the E-N and the I-N are both pronounced inquire.
What do you want to have for lunch today?
So you're inquiring.
What do you want to have for lunch today? You just say it. Fufu. Charlie, me bought 2 bowls because you solved this problem for me.
But let me say, it means that I have to. This is something that David Akoto,
yes,
when he called me this morning, said, "Teacher, now that you have given me the name Teacher Kofi," he said, "Teacher Kofi, would you mind doing something on this?" I said, "No, I don't mind. So let's do it." So this is inspired by David Akoto.
You can't mention David Akoto's name raw like that.
So I should add something.
David is a big man.
So I should add something.
Charlie, David is a legend.
Oh yeah,
in Kumasi.
But
David.
Charlie, I need to acknowledge
the David Akoto.
Exactly. That's why I'm acknowledging.
The great David Akoto.
I don't want to do what others do.
Of Love 99.5 FM.
Sharp.
Charlie, oh yeah, big man, big man.
So whenever I get to Kumasi, I need to look for David. So
yes.
You have a share of the fufu.
Yes.
That's if he eats fufu.
Oh, the diary. David Akoto on the diary on Love FM.
Sharp.
Charlie, what with you? Anyway, you know your car is taking care of you every day. And it's time to do same. Protect your car with a comprehensive insurance policy with SG Ghana Sound Drive and get free fuel coupons as reward. You can also get exciting branded souvenirs when you buy or renew your third-party policy or the new Smart Drive policy, which is a third-party policy with an extra layer of protection and benefits. The promo lasts from now till 31st of March 2026. So let's help you take care of your car. Talk to SG Ghana today. Get the SG Ghana Sound Drive, which is underwritten by Sanlam Alliance General. But remember, terms and conditions apply. And if you want more information, if you want to make inquiries, right? Is it inquiries or
inquiries?
Yes.
Inquiries.
So I got it right.
Yes, inquiries.
Yes. Call 0302 214 314. That's 0302 214 314. So say, take Gerald Ghana, the future. It's you.
And you know, Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited, your number one supplier of quality office essentials, equipment, and furniture at affordable prices, is introducing an online store for your shopping convenience, which means you can now shop by simply logging on to kingdomstoreonline.com without physically coming to any of their branches. It's hassle-free, and they will arrange delivery to your home and office within a reasonable time. They offer free delivery within Accra and Tema and accept payment via Momo across all networks. Terms and conditions have applied. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks, which means we can get into the newspaper review. It's brought to us by Syntex Tank, you're strong, you're tough, and Access Bank, more than banking, Star Oil, quality and affordable fuel for all, and Enterprise Insurance, your advantage.
And I'll start with a daily graphic this morning. Graphic Business Stanbic Bank Forum, experts push public transport reforms. It happened yesterday. It was live on Joy News. And absentee doctors to be removed from payroll. This is the Ministry of Health. Reverend Steve Nyamesum Wengam is urging Christians not to compromise principles.
Steve
Nyamesum Wengam.
You see how you pronounce the name and move on quickly. Yenusum Wengam.
I know it's Nyenusum, but for me it means Nyamesum because Reverend Steve Wengam Osum Nyamiye. So Reverend Steve Nyamesum Wengam, he's urging Christians not to compromise principles, and footballer sentenced to life in prison for murder. And nobody looked. Family of hit and run victim grieves, and this is a very, very sad story. And we need to do better with emergency healthcare. Today we'll talk about it on the show.
Yeah, and the daily guide, don't compromise truth, Reverend Wengam to Christian public servants. Parliament proposes emergency care law, fund the hospitals to establish all these centers that the guidelines said they should, and I'm sure it'll be good to go. Abesim boys killer gets life in prison, and 3 students face court over Brechere SHS student assault. OSP probes 25 million palm oil diversion scandal, all on the front page. of the Daily Guide.
Now, if you go to the Ghanaian publisher this morning, CID grills editors over Mineral Income and Investment Fund CEO's story. Ghana Link earns ISO certification for new data center, which is a good one. Sami Jemfi's father-in-law murder. Police grab key suspects and retrofitted labs to train job-ready biomedical engineers. And there's also a very good story here. Fidelity Bank launches Green Lending Fund. We are told they are going to lend at the reference rate minus 5%.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
Good.
Reference
rate is around 14.58.
Yes, so the story says the facility is priced at the Ghana reference rate minus up to 5% per annum, making it concessionary and accessible for businesses seeking to scale responsibly.
Oh, that's good. That's a good one. The insight for this morning says 60 years of Nkrumah's overthrow. Parliament laments assassination of the African dream. Cocoa Okea's Ghana must reclaim its farms before Galamsey wins. Afro-Arab Group delivers on work and pay EV cars promise. Bogoso Prestia Road is like a mining site. Honorable Dr. Kabi Abosam. And Fisheries Minister outlines bold plan to transform sector, pledges focus on women. And Ghana's future rides on digital skills, discipline, and innovation, not just certificates. That's according to Chief of Staff Julius Debra. And Iran and US talks continue amid threats from Trump.
The news center this morning, Ghana elevated to major subsidiary in MTN Group. Government targets 15% manufacturing GDP share by 2030. This is President Mahama speaking. Ghana Link's ISO certification is also on the front page. There's a photo of Mrs. Elizabeth Ofosu-Ejari, Minister for Trade, with Mr. James Lopez, President of Ghana Link, and Nick Danso-Ejay, Chairman of Ghana Link, on the front page. Nick is from Nkranza, my hometown. Quite a popular guy in the Nkranza area. And IGP's unit grills journalists over stories about Minerals Income and Investment Fund CEO. So that's the news center.
The new publisher for this morning says arrest dog and cat meat eaters. ICS petitions health minister.
Why?
Oh.
so ICS wants people like my should I mention names?
You can mention names.
My very, very good friend Listo Yesubuka and his friends from Sunday want to be arrested because Aponchikoko is a delicacy in the area.
Oh, well, so what that means is that, years ago, some years ago, they
want Jerry Jabel Disu to be arrested because he loves Joseph meat.
I'm actually going to Parliament. I'm going to
Winston to be arrested.
I'm going to Parliament to go and mention the Member of Parliament for Bolga Central.
Yes.
The Honorable Isaac Adongo. Because he and Dr. Clement Apak were warning people not to get into dog eating. So they but I've eaten cats before.
Charlie, the ICS people say cats and dogs are to be treated as members of our households and communities.
So the story by Justice Judo says persons who consume dog and cat meat as food in Ghana should be considered to have committed a crime. The Institute of Community Sustainability has petitioned the health minister to sponsor legislation to that effect in Parliament as a matter of urgency. Now, they argue that dogs and pets are not livestock meant for food, but vital members of our homes and our national community. Okay. Also on the front page,
I agree.
OSP probes 25.8 million palm oil diversion scandal. Well, I have read my, I have my cat, and I've decided to eat the cat. What's the problem?
It's a member of your community.
Which community?
Some time ago, my friend Sandy day when I started rearing rabbits. Just like, but why would you people rear rabbits and eat? They are cute. We should treat them as pets.
Rabbits?
Yes, I understand.
As pets?
Yeah, they are cute. They are fluffy.
That's very delicious. Oh, in fact, I am going to have rabbit later today. They're very nice, when properly spiced. Anyway, 9 arrested over SHS assault. We're told that some after the 3 were arrested, 6 students of Agri Memorial were also arrested for assaulting an Adisado student, and Abesim killer jailed for life. Okay, it means we can go for the online news review now,
Yes.
brought to us by Zenith Bank in your best interest.
And the big event is happening tomorrow, February 26th at 10 a.m. It's the Zenith Bank SME Business Webinar. It's on the theme Building Stronger Businesses, Unlocking Zenith Bank's SME Ecosystem. If you've not registered, it is free. Go to zenithbank.com.gh, click on the SME Business Webinar banner on the homepage, and register to secure your spot. You can gain knowledge on how to access comprehensive SME support, trade solutions, tailored funding options, digital banking, and a whole lot more. So go to zenithbank.com.gh, click on the SME Business Webinar banner on the homepage, and register to secure your spots. Don't miss this opportunity. Zenith Bank in your best interest. I'll take you to my Joy Online. Big story: GRA interdicts 5 customs officers over transit cargo irregularities. Pause. Interdict transit GRA interdicts 5 customs officers over transit cargo irregularities. ECG grants meter readers authority to cut power over unpaid bills. And High Court sentences footballer to life imprisonment over 2021 gruesome killing of Abisim teenagers. Third force, not the answer. Yansanko questions Ghana's political fix. And High Court, okay, I've done the High Court story. If you check my Joy Online again, the other big story is EPA says $35 million needed to fully restore the polluted Brim River after going on site to check their ionic nano copper solution to clean our water bodies. They say they need about $35 million to fully restore the polluted Brim River, and it costs about $200,000 to clean every kilometer of our water bodies.
Kojo, this message from Cletus in Accra says, Winston, do they know the taste of dog meat? Our ancestors handed over this tradition, and we must continue. The best meat in the world is dog meat.
Hey.
Have you tried it before?
Oh, me, I've eaten almost everything before.
But it's
I've eaten almost everything before.
But dog meat. Anyway, it's not bad. But I think cat tastes better.
When we were younger, we used to go to the farm in Tra. So my uncle Kweku Boateng Kuma, that's Kweku Boateng Jr. He took over a lot of my grandfather's concessions, and there were a lot of chalets in there, right, with farmers, farmhands there. And every time you go to the farm, they would have roasted or grilled something, and my uncle would say, "Could you marry Benam Nibi? Benam Ribi?" The one that I looked left and right, he wasn't there, and there was chilled palm wine, and the palm wine they would put it in a bottle and put it on the banks of the river so that the river will cool it naturally. So I had some palm wine and I had the meat. Oh, go and say, Kojo, when the man was a crime and I was papa.
If you go to Medina number 1 park,
yes,
number 1 park in Medina,
yeah,
there's somebody who sells dog meat there. It's very nice. I've tasted it before.
Yeah. Nice. But I think what ICS is also saying is that because some people eat dogs and cats, sometimes it results in a lot of theft.
But if you steal, you must be
some
arrested.
other people treat these animals as pets.
So if you steal,
so we should have a blanket ban on these things so that there is some harmony and some.
No, but what if I have decided? So do you know that there's actually a dog meat cold store in this country?
Where? Is it the one in Ashaiman?
I'll tell you later. Where?
Anyway, let me take you to citynewsroom.com. GRA interdicts 5 customs officers over transit cargo irregularities. That story is there. Avoid non-essential travel to Mexico. Foreign Ministry warns Ghanaians. Probe custom officers with 2 or more houses. Abduct to OSP. And consumer business confidence strengthening as inflation eases. This is a BOG report. Parliament has also approved 9.8 billion Ghana cedis for Get Fund in 2026. So those are some of the stories on citynewsroom.com. Can I get the details now?
Yes, let's get into the details.
Okay, let me take you to a story on page 20 of the Daily Graphic. It's got to do with a hit and run story. I think we cannot talk about this story enough because it's been happening and happening and happening, and we need to remind ourselves that as a people we are failing ourselves. Juliet Echan writes for the Daily Graphic that nobody looked. Family of hit and run victim grieves. The story says it is cruel fate that the victim of the hit and run incident refused medical care at 3 facilities was a brother of 2 medical doctors. When faced struck on February 6, 2026, Charles Emisa, 29, who died of his wounds this month after he was denied care at the police hospital, the Greater Accra Regional Hospital and the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, had neither of his 2 sisters, who are medical doctors, in close proximity to offer help. One of them, Dr. Matilda Emisa, a medical doctor at the emergency unit of the Cape Coast Teaching Hospital, is an award-winning emergency care professional for her dedicated service to human care. When emergency knocked on her family's door, other doctors and emergency facilities looked away as the accident victim, her only brother, bled to death. Speaking through tears, Dr. Emisa said her brother's death could have been prevented if only someone had taken a look at his injuries. And so it's just a sad story.
It is.
It's just a sad story.
It is.
Bagbin has spoken about this. Minority leader, majority leader, they are going to have a parliamentary probe on this. It should go beyond words. And this is the reason why I'm saying it should go beyond words. 2012, 2013, or is it 2011, 2012, 2013? Bagbin was the health minister.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, we were young university graduates, and I had a lot of friends who had gone to medical school, and they were doing their housemanship or whatever at Konfanoche. Water wasn't flowing. There was no oxygen, and they were consistently losing their patients. So the junior doctors went on strike. I remember Bagbin flew into Kumasi, brought some money to try to fix the problems. So as speaker, he has managed health before, so he knows the issues. The biggest legacy he can leave as a speaker when he exits that seat is to ensure that this probe is done and the right systems put in place to ensure that this never happens again, because it can happen to anyone.
Exactly. And we'll talk about this later on the Super Morning Show. But now time for the BBC News, brought to us by Fidelity Bank. Believe with us. And Glyco, we cushion you for life.
World Book Club from the 7th of March. At 8:30 GMT, Business Daily.
Electronic travel authorizations, they are growing. Dozens of countries have brought them in or are bringing them in this year, but many of us are forgetting to do them and missing flights, costing both us and business big money to rebook. We'll be looking at how to navigate the risks.
This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
Hello and welcome to Newsday on the BBC World Service with Anne Soy in Nairobi and James Copnall in London.
Our top story today, President Trump lays out what he sees as the successes of the first year of his administration in the longest State of the Union address in American history.
Our nation is back, bigger, better, richer and stronger than ever before.
He pledges to continue pushing ahead with his broad tariff regime and called the Supreme Court's decision to strike them down unfortunate. Nick Marsh from our business desk in Singapore will join us to look at what he had to say on this.
We're going to report from Mexico, where parts of the country are beginning to return to normal. It follows the deadly violence after the killing of the cartel leader El Mencho at the weekend. That's coming up after this bulletin of the latest world news.
BBC News with Emily Thomas. In the longest ever State of the Union address to Congress, President Trump has struck a highly polarised America First tone, lavishly praising his own record while lambasting that of the Democrats. Mr. Trump said his administration had delivered what he called a turnaround for the ages in its first year and ushered in a golden age. America, he said, was back bigger, better, richer and stronger than ever, to applause and chants of USA from his supporters. He singled out the Somali community in Minnesota for particularly disparaging comments. Here's our North America editor, Sarah Smith.
President Trump used this speech to tell Americans that in the 13 months since he returned to office, he has transformed the US from a nation in crisis to the hottest country on earth. As he claimed that the economy is roaring and the border is now secure, he deliberately steered away from recent controversies such as the killing of American citizens protesting against immigration raids and the Epstein files. Instead, he focused on the more popular policy of removing illegal immigrants who are also convicted criminals. And he said, thanks to him, America is winning again. Donald Trump's current low approval rating suggests voters have not got that message. On Iran, where he's been threatening to take military action if the ruling regime doesn't give up its nuclear program, President Trump said his preference is to use diplomacy, but that he will not allow Iran to have a nuclear weapon.
While he had repeated standing ovations from Republicans, Democrats remained seated and largely stony-faced with occasional heckles. On the contentious subject of tariffs, Mr. Trump said they were making a lot of money for the US. Watched on by Supreme Court justices in the chamber, he described that court's recent ruling that he'd exceeded his powers by introducing sweeping import taxes as unfortunate and disappointing. The president promised to impose tariffs using different means without congressional approval, setting out an aim that the money raised would be used to substantially replace income tax. Delivering the response from Democrats, the governor of Virginia accused President Trump of lying, scapegoating and distracting without offering real solutions. Abigail Spanberger called on Americans to reflect on whether the president was working to make life more affordable or make them safer at home and abroad. She said everyday Americans were paying the price of his policies and that Mr. Trump was trying to divide them.
You have to ask, who benefits from his rhetoric, his policies, his actions, the short list of laws he's pushed through this Republican Congress? Somebody must be benefiting. He's enriching himself, his family, his friends. The scale of the corruption is unprecedented.
She cited recent killings of US citizens by masked federal agents. You're listening to the latest world news from the BBC. An artificial intelligence company that's committed to developing AI safely has been given until Friday by the US Defense Department to agree to unrestricted military use of its technology. The Pentagon is threatening otherwise to force it to comply under emergency federal powers. Japan's defense minister has revealed plans to deploy surface-to-air missiles to an island a little more than 100 kilometres off the coast of Taiwan within 5 years. It's the first time Japan has specified a timeline for deploying missiles to its westernmost island, Yonaguni. The development comes amid raised tensions with China. Shaima Heglil reports from Tokyo.
Japan's defense minister announced the timeline for the missiles deployment a day after China imposed export curbs on 20 Japanese companies, citing national security concerns. Shinjiro Koizumi said the Yonaguni unit will be equipped with medium-range surface-to-air missiles able to intercept incoming aircraft. Yonaguni is Japan's westernmost island and is the closest to Taiwan. When Mr. Koizumi was there in November saying the plans were moving forward, Beijing slammed the move, saying it would create regional tension and provoke military confrontation. Within days, it flew drones near the island, prompting Japan to scramble aircraft jets in response.
The Spanish government is expected to publish documents related to an attempt 45 years ago to overturn the young democracy that emerged after the dictatorship of General Franco. The uprising failed after King Juan Carlos addressed the nation to voice his opposition to it. But lack of access to documents linked to the coup has fed conspiracy theories ever since. Police in Sri Lanka have arrested the former intelligence chief in connection with deadly Easter Sunday bombings in 2019. Police said retired Major General Suresh Saleh was detained at dawn in the capital Colombo on suspicion of conspiracy and aiding and abetting the suicide attacks. World News from the BBC.
Honey, Easter in Dubai will not be bad, crowd. What do you think?
Hey, Dubai pa! But how?
The Activa Cedar promo.
Hey!
Activa Insurance is thanking its customers and welcoming new ones. Just buy or renew any Activa Insurance policy and enter into a draw where you can win a fully paid trip to Dubai. Flight, hotel and tours all covered. And if not Dubai, you can still win TVs, fridges, washing machines and many more.
Really?
Yes. Buy your home, motor, fire, travel, personal accident insurance or any Active Lady solution.
Amazing!
Walk into any Activa Insurance branch or agency nationwide or dial *713 *313# now. Acida promo is partnered by Travel Planners Ghana, your travel experts, and Melcom. Promo ends 5th March 2026. T's and C's apply. Active Insurance. Our clients, our passion. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Today, we hit the streets to ask Ghanaians, what would you do with free fuel for 1 year?
Oh, road trips with the girls every weekend.
That's extra savings to help fix my car.
Charlie, 1 whole year, I'll finally be able to visit my mom without worrying about the distance.
This season, it's feeling after filling from Shell with new and improved fuels so you can do the things you love. Buy 300 Ghana cedis or more worth of new and improved Shell fuels and stand a chance to win. Free fuel for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or even 1 year. It's time to try the new and improved Shell fuels with additives that deliver efficiency, cleaning, protection, and performance. Don't miss out. Fill up with new and improved Shell fuels and get rewarded. Promo runs till the 28th of February 2026. T's and C's apply.
New and improved Shell fuels. Simply better by far.
This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, do they want to sack you dry? Why shall I way? Engagement things and kwenye. Hey, sure. They even added washing machine, fridge, flat screen TV, 65 inches and so. How do they expect you to buy all these and still take care of your family? Oh, Kwame.
Mama. And how hukra? With Access Bank's Pick Now Pay Later, we can get everything now in minutes and pay at 0% interest over the next 6 months. Eye koko kra.
Hey, sir.
Access Bank says faster is here. With a now digitized Pick Now Pay Later, life's big moments are within reach. Just click, pick, approved in minutes. For more information, call our 24-hour contact center on 0800 00 4400. Terms and conditions apply. Access Bank, more than banking.
So Winston, my father died exactly a year ago. And when I went to having money in my account, having resources, and seeing my father's health deteriorate because there's no bed. There's something they call escalated care. And when a hospital says that where we have gotten to, we do not have capacity, then you should know that it is between you and your God. Winston, I have people who are connected in big health facilities. And when that declaration was made at the hospital, which was private, that where we have gotten to, we need to escalate care for your father. Ambulance is ready. Check from Kolebu if we can get bed and we move. Winston, the whole day, phone calls upon phone calls, calling anybody who matters to save my father's life. Now, what I did was just to tell them that, yes, I have somebody who said we have bed, let's go. And I got to Kolebu emergency. They said there's no bed. Somebody should even come and have a look at my father in the ambulance. They don't have the eyes to even come and look. I don't want to blame doctors and nurses. It is something that, Winston, if you don't look at, today when you are healthy, you can just walk to a physician specialist and say, hey, that is my physician. But what if you are just moving in traffic and then you went unconscious?
Yeah.
Who knows who your physician is? At that point in time, what is the level of awareness on what anybody who comes to your age to do? If your callers come online, ask them the number to the ambulance service and ask them whether they would ever call. Because you would call if they are lucky and then an ambulance comes to your aid. Now you have to go on a hunt looking for bed. Why can't I go online and type and say that I am looking for bed at these 3 hospitals, 37 Kolebu and maybe UGMC. It's urgent. I am looking for a bed. What is the age of the patient? 60 years. What is the issue? Cardiac arrest. Why can't I do that? But to move the ambulance around this country looking for a place for my father to be catered for. The other bit of it, immediately you go, the same questions that you have been asked throughout your life, they will ask you the same questions again. What medicines you have been given in the past, if you are lucky and the doctor handed it over, then the other doctor will look at it. But let's just assume that it's an accident. They will inject you with something that your system cannot take because they don't have your medical records. What have we used our Ghana card for? If you enter my Ghana card or my particulars, at least you should know what I am not supposed to be given as medication. But a lot of people, I believe, might have died because we do not have bed. And our emergency system does not favor the ordinary person. If you don't know who to call, you better start going to dig the grave for your father or your mother because they will eventually die in your own eyes.
Winston, I had my experience about 3 years ago when my son fell ill. It wasn't alcohol. It was a Hashimoto.
Okay.
And I got to the hospital. My son was behind me, and I was running from room to room looking for a bed. Winston, that was the day I got to know that life is fragile. Because backing my son and I moved to the emergency, they told me there's no bed. Went to the kids ward, they told me there's no bed. My son was too weak. Winston, when they eventually got a bed after a patient was discharged about 2 or 3 hours later, and my son was given medicine, his first vision was like blood. Which means if I had wasted time, my son would have died. It's unfortunate how we create systems and forget that we may fall victims to those systems. Why don't we stop the floor we give to these ministers and give it to our ambulance system? What stops us from doing that? Because ministers are getting so many freebies. As Antia said, when they are sick, they leave the country and leave us in net. We don't ask which of our systems is even working properly. Take education, take health. Why are we doing this to ourselves? We want the best, yet we can't give the best to ourselves when we have everything at our disposal. The ministers flying out, let me ask, if they should get involved in an accident in this country, where's the first point of contact? Is it not our facilities?
Yes.
So what's stopping us from giving us the best before we go to look elsewhere? What prevents us from giving ourselves the best so that it can even serve as a tourism? People will come here, seek the same help they go to seek from outside, and then we get revenue from it. Are we not thinking? Are we not thinking as a country? Until when? 69 years. Until when would we be spoon-fed for our citizens to cry? Maybe we are not angry enough as citizens.
Morning Show. Joy 99.7 FM.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
see this be where you belong. Hey, tough, hey, strong. Oh, gonna shout and sing the song. When the sun they hot, syntax no break. When the rain they fall, still no shake. Builders they choose and plumbers they prove. Any project you they start. Syntax
My name is Jonathan, a customer of Enterprise from 2017. Just this January, I bought a new car, so I decided to insure it. And I got a call. I've won a trip to the US for the ultimate football experience. What? I've won? I was shocked. So I have a choice to either go to Mexico, US, or Canada. You could be next, so let's go together.
Jonathan is our first lucky winner of the ultimate football experience in the Insure Not Chili promo, and you could be next. Don't wait. Buy or renew your motor insurance with Enterprise Insurance and stand a chance to enjoy an all-expense-paid ultimate football experience live at the stadium. Plus, you can win instant rewards like fuel coupons, airtime, and branded souvenirs. Promo runs till end of May 2026. Enterprise Insurance, your reliable insurance company, tried and tested for 102 years since 1924. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Enterprise, your advantage.
Ramadan Kareem, a season of peace, blessings, and giving. Electroland Ghana Limited is bringing blessings into your home with special value deals on Samsung, TCL, Media, and NASCO. NASCO TVs from just $699, bottom fridge freezer from $1999, chest freezer from $1999, Samsung 6kg twin tab washing machine for 2,999 Ghana cedis, Samsung microwaves from 1,799 Ghana cedis, TCL 43 inches for 2,999 Ghana cedis, TCL water dispenser for 1,599 Ghana cedis, TCL front load inverter for 5,999 Ghana cedis, Media air cooler for 1,499 Ghana cedis, air fryer, juicer, stand mixer, and blender at all special Ramadan prices. Visit EGL showrooms and authorized dealers nationwide. Call us on 0503-159739 and on our website at www.electrolandgh.com. Electroland Ghana, bringing Ramadan value home.
Dear business owner, congrats on not giving up on your business. You deserve a medal, and your business deserves to be taken to the next level. In fact, it's about time you run a Zenith Bank SME account so you and your business can enjoy the perks of the Zenith SME Business Card. Oga and Oga Madam status.
The Zenith SME Business Card is a Visa debit card for making secure payments for goods and services. Enjoy great benefits such as free customized digital SME training, free marketing toolkits, access to Visa practical skills training, and more. Unlock the potential of your business today. Visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide and sign up for the Zenith SME Business Card, the ultimate payment solution for SMEs. For more information, visit www.zenithbank.com.gh or call 0302-680-884 or 0307-086-370. Zenith Bank, in your best interests.
Wake up, good morning, good morning.
Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
know there are many people who love this part of the song. Still live here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. My name is Pesoko.
Nana Machi should remix the song.
Yes. No, maybe it will be
just the same as Kobna should apologize to Aso.
Oh, why?
Wase Aso didn't chedodo for 20 years. They be Aso, Rubekome Aso, whatever. And Nana Machi too says, Emma Pesoko,
Obia Pesoko,
Emma Pesoko, Papa. We have to remix the song. Gender equity and equality.
Oh, okay. So we have to remix the song.
We have to remix the song. Obiape soko soko no obiape.
Okay.
Yes.
But I say yes, Obiape soko.
Obiape soko.
One year so we go in Mabakasa wumpe.
I say member no see soche.
Oh, masa. Yeah. I mean, I everybody.
So our women, we are with you on this. Emma pesoko, Emma su pesoko. Unti ebe remix no.
Obiape soko.
I see Emma na na machi sika kaka no carry remix no.
Yeah. But Kojo, you know that from the 20th of March,
yeah,
we're going on the safari experience. We're starting at Aqua Safari, where we're going to be enjoying brunch by the lakeside. And I say there can be no better brunch than Akokon Kwine with fufu. Yeah.
Charlie, today we are hosting the NHIA boss. We need to advocate that fufu and Akokon Kwine be added to the approved drug list of NHIA.
In fact, I was hoping to have fufu and ebunu with akrantie and the fish that we call akosombo.
Yeah.
And I'm the akosombo.
But you know ebunu very soon will be endangered.
Why?
Because Charlie, cocoyam, the green, it's we're unable to produce enough because of the chemicals we are using and all those things.
Charlie, you're right.
Ebunu will be an endangered thing very, very soon. So we need to be careful.
But I need to enjoy. Charlie, you're right. We need to
enjoy our stock last and also protect the cocoyam.
We have to.
Yes.
So we start at Aqua Safari, where there's the island boat rides. Okay. Water jetting, sightseeing, and the lakeside brunch.
No.
The lakeside brunch.
Yeah.
Then after that, we will come to Safari Valley.
Yes.
Safari Eco Park for short.
Yes, from the riverside to the mountain top.
Sharp.
Where we'll have deep mountain high.
We'll have song. The bonfire and musical night.
Yeah.
Charlie. Bonfire, musical night by the canal. Charlie, that experience. Of course, there'll be bed and breakfast. You wake up in the morning and you see these animals. The last time I was at the camper cabin, I think I saw the emus. When I woke up, I was like, "Hey, what's happening here?" I mean, imagine that feeling.
Yeah.
Okay. There's bed and breakfast, and then there's hiking in scenic views. Brunch buffet, guided tour of wildlife. Charlie.
And it's happening from when to when?
20th to the 21st of March.
20th to the 21st of March. There's a holiday in there somewhere.
Friday is a holiday.
Yes.
Please come with your wife. Okay? So single is 5,000. But if you are single, you can still come.
Winston, what kind of...
I'm
law,
talking to you.
What kind of law legal?
I'm talking to you, Kojo Akoto Boateng. Come
say
with your wife.
Those who are married, come with your partners.
But I've just added that if
those
you are single,
who are not married, come with your prospective partners.
If you are single, no, I don't encourage that. If you are single, if you are single, it's only 5,000.
Okay.
But if you are double, it's 8,000.
Yo.
Okay.
Yes.
So come with your wife if you're married.
Yes.
If you're not married, well, you can come alone.
You can come with your siblings. You can come with your friends.
Yes.
And you can pair up.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So come.
Charlie, let's have fun. I'll be there.
Yes.
Come, let's have fun. Okay. 5,000, 8,000 double. Call 0531 003813 to book your slot now. It is very, very crucial in Sami Odame's voice. Crucial.
Yes. Very, very important.
Yes.
So let's register. Let's sign up. Let's do this together. 20th to 21st, 22nd. We're having a great time. Aqua Safari to Safari Valley. Let's do this together. But whilst we are registering and thinking about this, there's an accident on the motorway causing very heavy traffic on the Accra Tema stretch. was because this is because a cargo truck has run into a gutter on the motorway around the KICC, causing heavy traffic on both sides of the highway. So Ghana Police Service, we know you can hear us. Ambulance service, fire service as well, we know you can hear us. Please move to the scene. Road safety as well, please take your big trucks, go pull this truck out so that people can move easily on the motorway.
Now Fifi Taki sent me a message that so between the two of you and Kojo Akoto Boateng, who likes food pa? Obeti has voted. Says Kojo Akoto Boateng.
I don't like food.
You love food.
I'm a promoter of everything Ghanaian, including our food.
Okay.
I'm a promoter of everything Ghanaian, including our food.
Some time ago.
And 10 years ago, I was almost the president of the GFA, the Ghana Fufu Association.
Someone sent me a message one day and said, "Why are you killing pigs?" And I said, "Oh, I take care of the protein needs of mankind." So we don't like food. We just promote it. But that notwithstanding, still I'll have the fufu.
Yeah.
Sharp. But let's talk water tanks, Kojo. And this morning, before we even talk about water tanks, we're going to be talking about health, emergency services.
Yeah.
Because in Parliament, there's been a lot of conversation about it. But I'll make this point. Before I make the point, I want you to listen to what Auntie Ya said yesterday on the Super Morning Show. Just listen to this.
So it happened to my late dad. We rushed him to Kolebu. We didn't know, so we took him to the emergency. And they told us that they are not going to look after him, so we should take him back to the polyclinic. They rejected us without giving us any first aid. We didn't know. So they rejected us. He was seriously sick. The doctors and the nurses refused to take care of my late dad. They just say, "Madam, polyclinic." Imagine traveling from far without any first aid. But I don't blame them. I think that's the regulation. Winston. Kolebu, they are being regulated. You can't just get up and go to Kolebu emergency. You need to be referred. Is that not so? Hello?
Yes, I'm listening. Go ahead.
Is that not so?
Yes, Kolebu is a tertiary facility, yes.
Yes. So when I saw the news this morning that they've interdicted 2 doctors and 2 nurses, though I sympathize with the gentleman that was that died because they refused to give him a first aid. I think they are working under instructions, under their regulations, that you need to have a referral letter before they will take you. They will take care of you at the emergency. Is that also? So me, the minister, I think the decision is inappropriate because they were doing their work. They were working under instructions, and even though the emergency, when you go there, I went there the other time. You could see people have come. Those that have been referred to, they were in the ambulance, no bed. They were in the ambulance, no bed, an emergency. They've traveled far from central region. They were in the ambulance, no body, no bed, nothing. We just stood there and were watching. The person who has been referred was in an ambulance. And these ministers sit in comfort of their home, in their offices. They have the G8, they have the saloon car, they have everything. I don't blame them. I blame the doctors. When they are sick and they come to Kolebu, they prefer to give them a better service. But if a minister could come to Kolebu and then they will tell him that there is no bed and he will remain in an ambulance and die, I think they'll think twice. When they are sick, they fly them out of this country to go enjoy better services. Look at the Speaker of Parliament. Where does he go? Hello? Where does he use our taxpayers' money to go? He goes far away to Dubai and go and seek medical care. They don't think of us. So we vote for them. They come to enjoy. We vote for them. We queue and vote for them. They come to enjoy. When they are sick, they don't go to Kolebu. And I blame the doctors. When they come with their families, even before they come, they call them and they tell them there is a bed. But even the individual who voted, who go and queue to vote for them to enjoy these services, they don't take care of us. When was Kolebu built? In 1957. It was Kwame Nkrumah. What has been added? Nothing. And when you go, these doctors, some of them, not all, there are bad notes among them, but some genuine doctors struggle. They struggle. There's no bed, nothing. They don't help them. Look at the CEOs. Look at the salaries that they take. Abba, what is going on?
Thank you.
Yeah, look at the you go to Kolebu, look at the emergency and look at the population. Kolebu, go to emergency and go and watch what goes on there.
Yes, and that's Antia. She joined us yesterday on the Super Morning Show. Kojo, look, in Parliament, you talked about Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbin.
Yeah.
It's simple. Parliament should direct the Health Ministry or the government to release funds for the implementation of all the policies and guidelines we're talking about, okay? If we don't release funds, it's business as usual. So we will talk, oh no, we have to form a committee, we have to do this. Yeah. Okay. But come home now.
Yeah.
After everything, what we need to do, all the triage that we're talking about in Parliament, it's money. It boils down to money. So create that space, create the facility, with facilities, so that when people come with emergency, they are attended to there. Then they know those who should be admitted, those who can be treated and discharged. And let us also put in place mechanisms that everybody with an emergency should be treated. And that bill charged on the health insurance scheme to pay. Why? So look at me today. And before we look at me, I pay 2.5% of my basic salary to the National Health Insurance Scheme.
So let's assume you earn 100,000 cedis annually.
Okay.
2.5% is how much?
That's 2,500.
If you were to go to National Health Insurance Scheme yourself directly to pay your premium, how much would that be?
Let me check the premium.
It won't be up to 2,500.
No, it's less than 100 cedis.
Yes. Continue.
Now, beyond the National Health Insurance levy that I pay as part of my SNIT contribution,
yeah,
anytime I buy anything in this country, when I pay for VAT, there's a 2.5% that goes to the National Health Insurance Scheme. Why is it that if I am sick and I go to the hospital, you have to ask me if I can make payment before you attend to me?
Yeah.
When I have been, of course, I know it's an insurance scheme, so the expectation is that we will contribute for those who cannot afford, okay, to benefit. But I use a private insurance scheme provided by the multimedia group. So if I'm going to the hospital, the insurance scheme I use is a private insurance, which my company is paying for. But I'm saying that, why is it the case that why should it be that if I have an emergency and someone takes me to the hospital, the person will be asked to make a deposit before I'll be taken care of? Upon all the monies that I've paid to the health insurance.
In 2018, we sent a petition to the then president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. I used to work at Adabraka then at CTFM. So CTFM and Occupy Ghana sent a petition. I remember I personally delivered the petition to the office of the president. And I remember when I went there, I met Kojo. He took the petition, or directed me to the office to take the petition. The things we sought for the government to do, and 2018 is 8 years ago. So practically it's 2 electoral cycles, right? Back then we had only 54 ambulances. There was no national emergency coordination center. A lot of hospitals in the regional and district districts that they have ICUs. So we demanded that those things be done. We said that the ideal number of ambulances would have been 1,000, but the government then said they would invest in about 550. As we speak, we have 318, 127 don't work. We demanded a national call center to be set up to coordinate emergencies. That has not been done. We said that we should enforce a 48-hour no payment accident and emergency rule, A&E rule. That was not done. We said that non-compliant facility heads must be sanctioned. We've not seen any action in this. We also said that the National Ambulance Service should be funded properly. Now, ambulance fleet expansion was partially done. National Emergency Call Center has not been done. First aid training in schools and communities. We've not seen any proper action on that. Sustainable funding for National Ambulance Service. Yesterday we spoke to them. You heard the man himself. The funding from NIC, funding from NHIA, Road Fund, all those places. In fact, in 2022, they only got 29% of the budgeted amount for the year. How do you expect an institution like that? You give them 29%, just about 1/3 of what they need to run for the year to run. We said NHIS should cover pre-hospital ambulance care. Today, the NHIS boss is coming. We'll ask him whether it does that. And we said we needed proper ICUs in all regional hospitals. And if you say proper, they have all the consumables, they have all the machines. Go to, recently, the Tamale issue. Health minister went to Tamale, right?
Mm-hmm.
People died, right? Recently, Kumasi or something, there was a doctor who died, right?
Yeah.
Recently, there was a professor of pharmacology who died.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere in Accra, professor of pharmacology who had moved from K University to Cape Coast to set up pharmacy. He came to Accra. He died around the COVID area. So the ICUs are not there. The enforcement of the 48-hour A&E rule with sanctions. They said we were going to set up Ministerial Emergency Services Committee to coordinate these things. When you have a challenge and you want to call the ambulance service, what number do you call? What number do you call? Let's get our producers to call 112 or 193. If we like, let's do that right now. And see the processes we'll go through and whether the person who received the call can tell us that when I look at the screen, there is a bed in this hospital, so we'll dispatch the ambulance to take this patient here. And 80% of calls by ambulance is not at emergency scenes, taking people from emergency scenes to hospitals and stabilizing people. It's from facility to facility transfer. And all these people who are talking about this, earlier I talked about the Speaker of Parliament. He's been health minister before. He's read the annual reports, he's seen the numbers and everything. And look, if we talk about this and don't actually fix it, it shows the priority of our leadership.
Exactly. And it does show the priorities of our leadership. But as always, we do this with you here on the Super Morning Show. So you share your thought with us. Get on to X, use the hashtag JoySMS, and then on WhatsApp 055-1111-997. But Ghana, let's talk water tanks. And I'm sure by now you know the secret to real water storage. It's simple. If your tank doesn't have the tortoise on it, then it's not the correct tank. That's right, the tortoise tank, Syntex tank, is the champion of water tanks. It's strong and durable and built to handle our Ghanaian weather. So rain or shine, Syntex tank has your back. So my people, go outside, check your tank, and if it doesn't have the tortoise on it, then it's time to upgrade. Join the Syntex tank family today and enjoy water storage that's stuff like a tortoise. Call 0244-335-168 to buy now, or find one of our 400 agents nationwide. You can also shop online at syntexgh.com. Syntex tank, are you strong? Are you tough?
Now, if your travels demand more than just a room, and if you value refinement, world-class comforts, then your next destination is waiting for you. It's within the breathtaking landscape of Kitasi near Ebri, and it lies on Ghana's most exclusive luxury escapes. You think about executive level privacy, think panoramic views of Accra from your private suite, whether you are hosting a high level corporate retreat, welcoming international partners, or simply rewarding yourself. There is a place for you. It is discreet, it is secure, it is exceptionally refined. So book your ultra luxury experience today at the Springfield Pediasi Hotel. Just there in Ebri, Springfield Pediasi Hotel around Ebri, Kitasi. If you want to go there right now, okay, call Charles on 024-286-6173. Call Charles on 024-286-6173. Tell him you heard Kojo and Winston talking about the Springfield Pediasi Hotel, and so he should give you a discount. He will give you a discount.
Sharp.
And go and have a great time at Springfield.
And at Access Bank, rewarding our customers is at the heart of what we do. And that's why we've introduced Rewards by Access, a loyalty program designed to add value to your everyday banking experience. So whether you're shopping, traveling, or handling business expenses, every transaction you make with your Access card brings you closer to exclusive benefits, premium privileges, and personalized rewards, all tailored to suit your lifestyle. Points earned through your card transactions can be redeemed seamlessly at any of our merchant partners nationwide, making your spending go even further. So whether you're a free frequent flyer, regular shopper, or managing daily, family, personal, or business needs, Rewards by Access ensures you get more from every spend. Use your Access card today and enjoy a rewarding banking experience only with Access Bank. Visit loyaltyrewards.ghana.accessbankplc.com or call our toll-free line 0800 004400 for more details. Access Bank, more than banking.
Charlie, Jonathan is going to watch the World Cup.
Oh, nice.
Charlie, the guy has insured his car and he's now chilling. He's going to watch the World Cup free of charge, powered by Enterprise Insurance. Congrats to you, Jonathan Syme. You're a living proof that insurance can actually reward. And he's the first raffle winner of the Naturally motor insurance promotion from Enterprise Insurance. He insured his car and now he's packing his bags for an ultimate football experience abroad, live at the stadium. Imagine that. You could be next. So go to any Enterprise Insurance outlet, go to any broker, and insure your car, and you could be the next person to also be like a Jonathan. And this promo is running from now till May 2026, and it's regulated by the NLA. Enterprise Insurance, your advantage.
Charlie, you know your salary deserves better, so switch to Fidelity Bank today and enjoy amazing benefits like lower interest rates, higher loan amounts, personalized financial support, and a smile that lasts. It's time to switch and smile wider with Fidelity Bank. To learn more, call them on 0800 003355 or visit fidelitybank.com.gh or connect with them on social media at Fidelity Bank GH. Fidelity Bank, believe with us.
Yeah, and when you open the account, you ask them about their green loan. Actually, GRR minus up to 5%. Anyway, let me tell you about Total Energies. Look, go to Total. They've reduced prices of their lubricants, their engine oils, their transmission fluids, their coolants. Go to any Total outlets and get good discounts. Very, very, very good discounts. It's quality, affordable quality being given to you by Total. So choose Total Energies today and choose quality. And let me give you an example. The Rubia Fleet HD 400 15W40. It was 80 cedis. It's now 72 cedis, 50 pesos. You save a lot of money when you buy your lubricants at Total.
And have plans for the month? Well, does it include a relaxing staycation, a romantic dinner, or taking off experiences from your bucket list? Well, Bank of Africa Visa credit card is your perfect payment option for shopping, reservations, getaways. Our Visa credit cards offer convenience, flexible payment, and enhanced security with direct debits. Should you forget to repay, choose affordability, choose comfort. Sign up for a Visa credit card with Bank of Africa today. For further information, call BOA on 0302 429 333 or chat Fafa at boaghana.com for enquiries. T's and C's apply. Bank of Africa, strong as a group,
as close as a partner.
When we return after these messages, we bring you sports and birthday shouts here on the Super Morning Show. We'll be right back.
The other day, I visited Kweku at his spunky new office to congratulate him on opening his business. And man, was I impressed. The business is just moving quick. The sales, customers, everything is just working seamlessly. The secret? He said,
it's MTN Business Broadband. In this fast-paced environment, we need fast and reliable internet to support all business types. No laggy online meetings, great download and upload speeds, impeccable business management systems, all inclusive. I mean, you can have it all.
Sharp! I signed on immediately.
To enable your business stay ahead and stay connected, make sure you're signed on to the best internet made just for businesses. MTN Business Broadband. Sign up today on broadband.mtn.com.gh and manage your account on my MTN app. Call 0244 308 111 for more information.
MTN.
Ever wondered what else your Standard Chartered Visa card can do? It is not just for taking money from ATMs. Your Standard Chartered Visa card is the enjoyment card. Use it to shop at malls and supermarkets and for all your online transactions. Book and pay for that overdue vacation online and win fantastic rewards like airtime, Melcon gift vouchers, and a weekend stay at a plush hotel and many more. It is the enjoyment card. So next time you're about to make any payment, let your Standard Chartered Visa card lead the way, not cash. It is your gateway to secure, convenient, and rewarding payments. Visit the 360 Rewards website for more information. Standard Chartered, here for good.
Pay small, drive covered.
Charlie, my guy. Hey,
Driving these days be sweet, oh. No pressure. Everything's smooth.
Look at you smiling early morning. What's making life so easy like that?
Simple. I'm using Pay As You Earn Motor Insurance from Coronation.
Pay as you earn?
Yes, same trusted cover, but I pay monthly or quarterly. Just the way I prefer. It's about flexibility.
So I don't have to pay everything at once.
Only if you want to. And with every policy, 50% goes to support the National Road Safety Authority, helping to promote and improve safety on our roads. Visit ecoronation.com. Select Pay As You Earn Motor Insurance and fill out all required details. Pay with mobile money. Policy comes straight to your phone.
Pay small, drive covered.
Pay As You Earn Motor Insurance, a flexible option from Coronation.
Pay small, drive covered.
For years, you made Sultana more than just a brand. It has become a part of your home. From your kitchens to your celebrations, now it's time to give back to you. Sultana's Buy and Win promo is here. You can win cars, motorbikes, trucks, Sultana products, and many more. All you have to do is to buy a bag of Sultana rice, scratch your coupon, and you could win really big. Sultana rice, your household favorite. Win the big one.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform. This advert is FDA approved.
Welcome back. Time now for birthday messages here on the Super Morning Show, brought to us by MTN. Everywhere you go. And Bank of Africa BOA Pay from Bank of Africa offers a hassle-free solution for fee collection and other payments. Call us or chat Fafa at boaghana.com for details. Bank of Africa, strong as a group,
as close as a partner.
Now, today is the birthday of Achedepa Edu Israel. So who turns 11 today? Achedepa Edu Israel. And I know you're in the car now with daddy before you go to school. Achedepa, happy birthday to you. And we wish you all the best in the years ahead.
Efia Asida Asante Omane of Alcid Academy is also sitting in the car. She's
okay.
4 years old today. So Efia, happy birthday, my love. From your father Fred, from the whole family, and also from Uncle Kojo.
Okay, and let's say good morning, a special good morning to the MD of Imperial General Assurance, Harry Ofori Atta, and also to the head of corporate communications, Romeo Adan. So good morning.
Imperial Papa. Imperial Papa.
Charlie,
Harry, good morning. How are you? We need to go and visit you.
We need to.
And we need to retaliate. What he has done, we have to retaliate.
You are in the spirit.
Yes.
On that note, let's retaliate. The Sports Center, and it's proudly brought to us by MTN. Switch to MTN's eSIM. Download my MTN app to go SIMless today. Standard Chartered Bank,
here for good.
FPAC blows your pain away, and DSTV, your home of entertainment.
Next week will be March, and it will be Ghana month, and 6th March is Ghana's Independence Day. You cannot be in an independent Ghana without being financially independent too, because the independence of Ghana is meaningless unless it leads to your financial freedom. Exactly. So you need to talk to Standard Chartered today. Standard Chartered Wealth Management is waiting for you. They want to help you win your financial freedom and be financially free. Okay, they will help you explore a range of wealth management and investment options to support your 2026 financial ambitions. So talk to Standard Chartered Wealth Management today. Call them on 020-202-7682 or 020-222-0499 or email them info@scwealthmanagement.com or visit them on the 4th floor of the Standard Chartered Opebia branch or any of their branches. Let Ghana's independence mean something for your financial independence.
Sharp.
Standard Chartered.
Here for good. But look, folks, just dial this number, *5057 hash. *5057 hash to get your preferred unlimited MTN fiber package today. Because imagine walking into a home where nobody pauses what they're doing online. The girls are streaming the latest Netflix series. That special playlist is rolling. Daddy is on his usual Teams video calls. Uploads are uploading. Downloads are downloading. And not a single person says, my data is finished. That's the power MTN Fiber gives you. Unlimited internet for endless streaming, endless connection, endless everything for your home. So please dial *5057 hash to get your preferred unlimited MTN fiber package. Achue.
Hi, Winston here for the Joy Sports Center. Welcome aboard, everyone. Coming up.
Nicely done.
Evian, Hauger cropping up on the right, get it through the middle. Oh, what a goal! Evian, take a bow.
Bodo Glimt complete a double over last season's Champions League finalists Inter Milan to become the first team from Norway to reach the knockout phase in 38 years. You've got details of that, plus how Newcastle United made light work of Karabakh to book their last 16 spots. But first, Ghanaian nationals traveling to or residing in Mexico have been urged to exercise extreme caution and avoid non-essential movements following a security escalation in the country. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has said in a statement on Wednesday. The advice comes just 4 months before the World Cup, which Mexico will co-host, raising potential concerns for traveling supporters and officials. The ministry said the warning follows a major operation by Mexican security forces on February 22nd, which reportedly led to the death of cartel leader El Mencho. This has sparked coordinated retaliatory attacks across multiple states in Mexico, prompting the government of Ghana to advise heightened vigilance among its citizens. And you know that we're going for the World Cup in Canada, USA, and Mexico, and we're going with Latina Travels because for just $3,990 they will facilitate your visa process for you, get you tickets to watch all 3 group stage matches involving the Black Stars, 3 official match tickets, return charter flights, top class hotel accommodation, travel insurance, and exclusive access to business networking events across all 3 host nations. And that's why you need to call them on 0244 260 789, 0244 260 789, or visit their office at Alisa Hotel here, Northridge in Accra, and do business with them. Away from that, 6 students of Agri Memorial Senior High School have been arrested for allegedly assaulting a final year student of Adisado College after the Intercollegiate Sports Festival in Cape Coast. Police in the central region say the incident occurred on Friday shortly after the victim left the stadium, with investigations ongoing. The development comes just days after another violent episode at a district athletics competition where students of Swedro Business School were arrested over an alleged assault on a student of Obrachre Senior High Technical School. The spokesperson for the Ghana Education Service is Daniel Fenny.
Presently, we have 7 of the suspected culprits arrested. 3 of them from Sodo School of Business, 4 of them from Obrachre Senior High Technical. Currently assisting the police with investigations. Obviously, we would have to understand why the assault in the first place. It was yesterday. The Director General caused this meeting. We also engaged the parents of the victims. We engaged the victims themselves, so they were also present at the meeting. I mean, the students. And basically, we, as management, wanted to establish first-hand information and confirmation of the news making the rounds. And I should admit that all the parties were very cooperative.
Subsequent to this, there has been a police statement which has now established that Agri Memorial Senior High School authorities actually handed over the 6 students to them who are assisting in the investigations. Moving on, Accra Hearts head coach Didi Dramani has admitted he's worried about his team's inconsistencies, especially their goal scoring problems. Hearts have managed only 16 goals in 23 league matches this season, a return better only than bottom place 11 Wonders. Dramani was speaking after his team was held to their 10th draw this season by Brecum Chelsea, leaving them 3rd with 40 points.
I'm worried because the character team for this week was staying humble and then keeping consistency. From Monday, that is what I've been echoing into the ears of the boys, to stay humble and then keep consistency. Consistency in anything that you're doing, including our winning sprints, because I could feel that we need consistency, because we need to win in, out, in. We need to do that. We have the capacity to do that because we create chances, and once we create the chances, we need to have the tendencies to convert. But I think that sometimes we are very willful in terms of our conversion rate. We need to accept that that is the level we have, and we need to keep working and then to improve on that.
Didi Dramani is Hearts head coach. Speaking of coaches, Karim Zito has joined the technical team of Division 1 League side Ashanti Gold 04, 15 days after resigning from Asante Kotoko as head coach. The former Dreams FC gaffer is now with Ashanti Gold 04 to boost the club's hopes of securing Ghana Premier League promotion. Of course, you know that that Ashanti Gold 04 is not the same as the Ashanti Gold SC that you know. Away from that Spanish side, Celta Vigo have completed the permanent signing of forward Bernard Amoah from Kumasi Asante Kotoko after a loan stint, handing the teenager a deal that will keep him at the club until June 2030. The inaugural Rock Cup is also currently ongoing in Accra, with Rock Nation Sports International staging its first youth football tournament in Africa at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. The 6-day competition kicked off on Monday and is currently featuring 10 elite youth teams from Ghana, Cameroon, Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire and Guinea competing in a round-robin format. The tournament underlines Rock Nation's growing footprint in the African football market.
I think the most important thing is that we want to make sure that these boys get an opportunity after this tournament to get an assessment in Europe or to get signed in Europe eventually. So the opportunities for the players is we've got 30 scouts here, so from the likes of Man United, Man City, Chelsea, Bournemouth, Nottingham Forest, in Belgium, Genk, Royal Antwerp, in France, Lyon, and Monaco, Portugal, Sporting, Lisbon and Benfica. These are the level of clubs that are here. So what we want is that we want hopefully some of these players to attract interest from those clubs and then hopefully move to those clubs eventually when they're 18 years old.
Next, it's full speed ahead to Europe, where Bodo Glimt damned last season's finalists Inter Milan out of the Champions League with a remarkable 2-1 win at the San Siro in their playoff second leg on Tuesday. That sealed a stunning 5-2 aggregate win for the Norwegian Minnows. Their head coach Kjetil Knutsen is thrilled his team became the first from Norway to reach the Champions League knockout phase.
Yeah, can you believe it? Huh? A team from a small town up north is unbelievable, and today it was a special game. I don't think we are good in the first half. We defend well, but we don't have three passes in the team, and we were some big problems. I think we are a little bit better in the second half. I can't actually believe it, but the players is amazing. They're taking steps, they believe, they're working hard, so I'm so proud.
Elsewhere, Bayer Leverkusen endured Leeds pressure but earned a goalless draw with Vistes Olympiacos Pirot to book their last 16 spots with a 2-0 aggregate win in their knockout playoff. Newcastle United also took their place in the round of 16 after beating Karabakh by 3-2 at the St. James's Park for a 9-3 aggregate win. Ahead of tonight's game against Real Madrid, Gianluca Prestiani trained alongside his Benfica teammates at the Bernabeu Stadium despite facing a suspension relating to a racism allegation. The winger is provisionally banned from the Champions League playoff second leg at 8 p.m. today. Sky Sports' Kavi Solikol explains why suspended Gianluca Prestiani has travelled to Madrid.
Has flown with the rest of the Benfica squad to Madrid, even though he is suspended, even though he can't play. Now, Benfica said yesterday that they were appealing against his provisional one-match suspension, although they admitted that it was very, very unlikely that their appeal would be dealt with by UEFA in time for Prestiani to have any chance of playing in the game tomorrow. So they have taken this unusual step of saying to Prestiani, come along with us, fly with the rest of the squad, even though you're suspended, because there's a chance that you may play. I think there's a little bit more to it as well. Could it be Benfica and Jose Mourinho sending out a message to the footballing world to say we are standing by our player? Even though he's suspended, he still is very much part of our squad.
Kavi Solikol is chief football correspondent at Sky Sports. Later tonight, Atlanta are taking on Dortmund. That's actually the first game. It's at 5:45, and then at 8 p.m. Juventus take on Galatasaray at home, and PSG host AS Monaco. And then the Joy Sports Center.
Thank you very much, Victor Achutamaklo, for joining us with the latest in the world of sports here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. But you know what? Let's get interactive this morning here on the Super Morning Show. You can tell us what your thoughts are on X. Use the hashtag JoySMS. Then on WhatsApp 055 1111 997. But of course, let me tell you about Air Tanzania, because the wait is finally over. Air Tanzania is in Ghana. So fly with us to Dar es Salaam, Zanzibar, Kilimanjaro. But I like the Zanzibar feeling. Charlie, the marketing of Zanzibar will be easier.
My friends be trying to go and climb Kilimanjaro. The person who did the giddy part when do baby, the one who didn't do giddy almost went to the summit.
Almost.
But they tried. They did like 95%.
Charlie, no, we have to try. We don't have to do the giddy.
I know 2 ladies in Ghana who have summited. No, 3. Yes, I think Issy and Sa, Pearl, and then Hannah. And then there are the other people.
Okay, so yes. If you want to go to Kilimanjaro, China, Guangzhou, India, Mumbai, Dubai, South Africa, and beyond, locate Air Tanzania at Kotoka International Airport near the post office. Call them on 0246 567898 and then 0542 815087 for your bookings and reservations. Air Tanzania, the wings of Kilimanjaro.
And with Millennium Insurance, you don't have to worry. Whatever it is, whether properties, marine, travel, motor, we've got you covered. Millennium Insurance is fast and reliable. When life throws you surprises, Millennium makes sure you are ready. So call Millennium Insurance today on 050-141-8228 and insure the unexpected before the unexpected insures you. Millennium Insurance Company, your trustworthy partner.
Martha, birthday girl.
Hello.
Kojo, you know today is the birthday of Martha Krenzel.
We're just here and she walked in.
Yes.
Martha Adjoa Krenzel.
It's her birthday.
Okay.
You know all Monday borns have a special place in heaven.
Oh, really?
Exactly.
Close to the kitchen.
You've been there?
I've not been there, but as a Joseph, the father of Jesus, I have a claim to how we are going to distribute
what
land.
the arrangement will look like.
And I'm a Joseph and a Kojo as well.
Okay. So happy birthday to you, Martha Krenzel.
Thank you.
We pray for God's blessings and protection
Amen.
for you. Did you come bearing gifts? Because in Ghana, when is your birthday, you spread.
We should spread her.
Later in the day.
Later in the day.
We'll see about that.
So I shouldn't have my lunch. I should wait for you. But I should wait on you.
Go have your lunch. Go have your lunch.
But you said later in the day.
Later in the day doesn't mean lunch.
What does it mean then?
It could be 6 p.m. It could be 8 p.m.
You are getting into semantics here.
Day.
But Winston, there's a problem.
Which is
the way we are in the month of Ramadan and around now we keep talking about food. No, I say
we are being insensitive to
On that note, let's go for the business minute. It's brought to us by Anointed Engineering Services, the generator experts.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Anointed Engineering Services Limited, the generator experts. The Bank of Ghana is planning to rebuild its gold reserves to significant levels by the end of the year. The central bank is also projecting a possible 4% cut in the policy rate by the close of 2026. The Association of Ghana Industries is raising concerns over the wide gap between the policy rate and inflation. The policy rate remains at 15.5%, easing sharply to 3.8% in January. The Ghana Revenue Authority says it remains committed to protecting state revenue following the interdiction of 5 customs officials over alleged involvement in smuggling cooking oil linked to more than 80 million cedis in unpaid taxes. And US President Donald Trump has strongly defended his tariff policy during his State of the Union address, insisting no changes are coming. And that's the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Anointed Engineering Services Limited, the generator experts.
Welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show. Let's get interactive, but before we do, you can always join us on X this morning using the hashtag JoySMS. Then on WhatsApp 055-1111-997. The Business Minute brought to us by Anointed Engineering Services, the generator experts.
Yes, and Anointed Engineering Services is into the sales of ultra-silent, fuel-efficient diesel generating sets ranging from 5 kVA to 3000 kVA at very, very competitive prices. And for every generator you buy, you get a 5-year warranty, and they also undertake maintenance and repairs of all kinds of diesel generating sets. And they give you 24-hour emergency services. They sell spare parts, reliable rental services, professional advice, sales of tower lights and rental. And you can find them at East Legon on the 26th Boundary Road, Legon, close to AH Hotel. The head office is at number 77 Anointed House on the main Odoko Malam Highway near the Odoko traffic lights. And they also have 21 branches nationwide. And if you're a parent and you want to give your child a gift of a lifetime, take them to the Anointed Electrical Skills Training School. Let them learn about electricals and controls, solar installations, generators and plants, auto mechanics, everything they teach there. Because if they learn that, they get a gift of a lifetime. And Anointed actually offers you 80% hands-on training and 20% theory. So call them on 0243 480 334 and 0246 423 534. Anointed are the generator experts.
And social media messages on the Super Morning Show brought to us by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, and Provident Insurance. With Provident, man, you're covered.
Indeed, with Provident, you are covered. And you know, we mentioned the motorway earlier this morning, about the accident and the traffic. A caller has also given us notice that whilst they were waiting for traffic, they saw trucks carrying what was labeled as explosives on the motorway. And the concern by this caller, David, is that we can transport explosives, but considering the road you transport it on, you need to vary your schedule to transport it when the traffic is low. The motorway is under construction, there's a lot of traffic. So if you are transporting explosives on the motorway at this time with your escort vehicles, with sirens on, trying to get people off the road, with a lot of fuel bulk road vehicles on the road, for him it doesn't work. For safety and what we see, we saw in Apache, he believes that we need to vary the regulation and the control of transport of explosives. And David, we really thank you for sending in this message this morning to let us know that is also ongoing as people are still dealing with traffic on the motorway. But look, if your money is controlling you, it's time to take charge. Don't let your money control you. And the EcoBank app is giving you the power to command your money. Yes, to transact across 33 African countries and anywhere in the world. So command your money to make water, electricity, and school fees payments, bank and mobile money transfers. You can create virtual cards to buy only what you need and more with the EcoBank mobile app. So Money Commander 1. Download the EcoBank mobile app now on the App Store or the Play Store and command your money. Give your money instructions and it will follow. Command also means paying attention to details, and EcoBank will never call or send you an SMS asking for your PIN, your OTP, your bank card, or your Ghana card details. And when in doubt, call the EcoBank call center on 0800 00 3225. EcoBank is the Pan-African Bank.
So do you drive or own a car? Then make sure you're protected with motor insurance you can trust. Provident Insurance offers comprehensive third-party fire and theft, and third-party only motor insurance with fast, stress-free claims payment. Insure from now till March and enjoy free coupons and exclusive branded souvenirs. T's and C's apply. Visit any Provident Insurance branch nationwide, agency outlet or licensed broker. You can also call 0509 374298 for inquiries, or visit providentgh.com for more information. Remember, Ghana card is required for individuals and TIN for corporate clients. For all motor insurance transactions in line with NIC directives. With Provident, man, you're covered. Kojo, David Maxfuga says he sent you a message.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
Let me check. Whilst I'm checking for that message, there's an interesting message from a listener. It says, Kofi and Kojo, I find your discussion on emergency beds interesting. Please remember, each bed comes with personnel. Each ICU bed comes with 3 shifts of trained nurses and trained doctors. It's not just beds. And training and employment take a lot. So that's a message from a listener on today's conversation on the Super Morning Show. Now, I've seen Max Wiggers' message.
Okay, what's he saying?
I won't read it.
Okay.
But if I read it, you'll be in trouble.
No, I won't be in trouble.
He's challenging you to a hike on the 21st.
He wants to.
Safari Rally.
Okay.
And then who to win? No Max are winning.
But the last time, the evidence is there for all to see.
The one you lost.
The video.
And use photos to deceive him.
Didn't you deceive people.
But I was the referee for the walk.
Those who were there saw it.
You lost.
Those who were there saw it.
Anyway, so he's challenging you to a hike on the 21st at Safari Valley.
Oh, God is still in a miracle.
Are you accepting this challenge?
I have accepted it.
Another white sheep.
You've not brought the first one.
No, the first one is for David. He's giving instructions as to the dispatch. So another white sheep.
Bring it. He will lose, but all. Anyway, on Big Stories this morning, brought to us by Telecel, connecting energies, Republic Bank, we're the one for you. Join the Republic Verse, do more, shine more, big up, and Hollard Insurance, we've got you covered. Of course, we're joined by the CEO of the National Health Insurance Authority, Dr. Victor Bampo, here on the Super Morning Show. We're still talking, emergency services here in this country. But this time around, we'll focus on health insurance.
Mm-hmm. We'll focus on health insurance, and the CEO is one of the best placed people in that particular position based on his career experience and all that he's done globally and locally. So this morning we'll be asking him all the questions when it comes to national health insurance. We are not leaving anything behind, but we also need you to send in your questions. What do you have on your mind? What do you know about the insurance? What do you think should be done? What challenges have you had with national health insurance? Mohammed's administration, a year on, has national health insurance actually delivered as promised? Has the administration delivered as promised? That's the conversation we're having. So you can send us your messages, and we'll be very glad to ask your questions when Dr. Victor Bampo joins us in the studio. And remember that Big Story is brought to you by Telecel, and Telecel has good news for you. They've got something special just for you. Starting this and every Wednesday, Kofi, when you buy your first data bundle on Telecel app, they give you an extra 25% bonus. Free this and every Wednesday. That is more browsing, more streaming, more chatting, and all the things you love without spending extra. So download or open the Telecel app this Wednesday, buy your data bundle, get your 25% bonus on your first purchase, and Telecel will reward you. Telecel is keeping you connected and give you more every day. Telecel, connecting energies.
Now, looking for motor insurance that goes the extra mile? Well, Hollard Insurance has something special for you this 2026, and you wouldn't want to miss out. So insure your vehicle with Hollard and enjoy extra rewards. New customers get to drive away with special fuel vouchers when they sign up. Existing customers get exclusive gifts when they renew, plus 24/7 free roadside assistance for everyone, so you're never stuck on the road. That's value you can trust. Call 0800 444 999. Visit any Hollard office or speak to your broker today. Men's Slack, Hollard Insurance, we've got you covered.
And what if your bank helped you big up? Big up. That is the Republic Verse. Welcome to the Republic Verse, where your money, your business, and your dreams level up. Own your dream home with Republic Bank mortgages. Grow faster with SME and corporate banking solutions. And run your daily finances smoothly with retail and commercial banking products. Build your wealth with investments and trust management, and pay anywhere, anytime with Republic Visa credit or debit cards. Whether you're starting out, scaling up, or stepping into what's next, Republic Verse gives you the power to do more and shine brighter. You can call Republic Bank toll free on 0800 414 414. That's 0800 414 414. WhatsApp 0546 414 414 right now and step into the Republic Verse. This is the Republic Verse. Do more, shine more, big up. Republic Bank, we are the one for you.
Great. Stay with us. When we return after these messages, we'll be joined by the CEO of the National Health Insurance Authority, Dr. Victor Bampo, here on the Super Morning Show. We'll be right back.
And it's all to put smiles on the faces of those you love.
Daddy, thanks for the tea cash, okay? I love you.
That's my daughter Angela.
Meba Kojo, I sure why? Tea cash naba. No papa ina dawasi.
Caring for my parents, that's my duty. I also get to pay my utility bills easily with Telecel Cash. And to the suppliers at my shop.
Hello, sir. Telecel Cash payment received right on time. Thank you.
I get to make them smile because I can pay to my suppliers' merchant numbers, even on other networks directly. My dear ones, we keep the connection stronger when our family, friends, and business relations are happy. Live on cash, enjoy convenience, and make those who matter smile when you send them money with Telecel Cash.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Mr. Kojo, 1 minute before you go to work. The AC you said you want to fix, it won't work.
Why?
Because the electrician will come and chisel my wall. It will make my building weak. Wait, is that a puppy? No animals in my house, oh.
Kojo knows all the challenges about renting. That was his reality until he discovered Republic Bank. With Republic Bank's flexible mortgage solutions, you can move from tenant to homeowner quickly. Imagine stepping into your own home, a place for your family to grow and create memories. Big up. Join the Republic Verse. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
The knockout stage of the Champions and Europa Leagues continue this week with some exciting return fixtures. I've got the picks you need to boost your winnings on Betway. Use my booking code BW3F33F87B. We start off in the Champions League, where Atalanta BC are trailing by 2 goals to Borussia Dortmund after last week's first leg. They will try to keep their Champions League dreams alive with a home win. I predict over 1.5 goals in this fixture. Paris Saint-Germain will look to book a place in the last 16 of the Champions League for a 14th successive campaign when they play Monaco. I predict a win for PSG. In the Europa League, I predict another win for Nottingham Forest when they welcome Fenerbahce in this return fixture. Our booking code again is BW3F33F87B. Use it to check out the other matches on our slip. Get more rewards with Betway. Log on to betway.com.gh to place your bet. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly. No under 18. Betway. Get way more.
Kuma has always dreamt of commanding his own military forces.
Attention! Eyes right. Stand at ease.
Because that dream is still a vision in progress, he spends his time commanding his money with the EcoBank mobile app.
Operation Supplier Payment. Dispatch 1,000 units of currency from Accra to Benin. Move! Move!
Sometimes he wants a little extra control so that he can buy only what he needs.
Command Center mobile app. Activate virtual card protocol and initiate payments for sneakers and t-shirts. Abort mission for leather coat payment.
Even when the general is fast asleep, his standing order marches out to sort his bills. With the EcoBank mobile app, you can command your money to make safe transactions in Ghana and across 33 African countries. Download the EcoBank mobile app on the Play or App Store today.
By the left, about turn.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. EcoBank will never call or send an SMS asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card, or Ghana card details.
When you hit the road, anything can happen. Drive with motor insurance that's fast, reliable, and always there when it matters. Whether it is comprehensive motor insurance, third-party fire and theft, or third-party only, Provident Insurance will sort you out. Insure or renew from January to March and enjoy fuel coupons and exclusive branded souvenirs. Terms and conditions apply. Drive confident. Drive protected. Visit any Provident Insurance branch nationwide, our agency outlets, or licensed brokers. You can also call 050-937-4928 for inquiries or visit providencegh.com for more information. Remember, Ghana card is required for individuals and TIN number for corporate clients and for all motor insurance transactions in line with NIC directives.
With Provident, man, you're covered.
We shouldn't have gone to that party.
Masa, my head is killing me. Is that your stomach?
Yes.
What did you eat? I don't know.
Get rid of your gastric problems with number 10 liver salt. Number 10 gives you quick, effective relief from nausea, indigestion, heartburns, hangovers, and hyperacidity. And with different fruity flavors such as orange and lemon, it's a pretty tasty way to end an uncomfortable situation. Number 10 liver salt from Ernest Chemist, because everyone needs a chemist.
This advert has been vetted and approved by FDA.
Do you want to remain productive and competitive in your business? Then I am happy to remind you that Anointed Engineering Services Limited is still here to serve. We provide homes, offices, and institutions with ultra-silent, reliable, and fuel-efficient diesel generating sets. With sizes ranging from 5 kVA to 3000 kVA at unbeatable prices, you also enjoy a 5-year warranty. Anointed Engineering is noted for unwavering 24-hour after-sale emergency service, rental and sale of tile lights and genuine spare parts, undertake repair and maintenance of all diesel generators, and buy back used generators. Sign up today at our training school and gain hands-on experience from our team of professionals on generators, plants, auto mechanics, electricals, controls, and solar installations. Anointed Engineering has 21 branches nationwide. Locate us at East Legon, 26 Boundary Road, close to the AH Hotel. Call us on 024-642-3534 or 024-348-0334. Locate our head office in Accra at number 77 Anointed House on the main Odoko Malam Highway near the Odoko traffic light. Anointed Engineering Services Limited, the generator experts.
to my old boyfriend.
And we will go home to our old boyfriend.
This song is right here. My old boyfriend.
And we will go home to our old boyfriend. Come on. You run something, break something, sing something. You run something, break something, sing something. You run something, break something, sing something. You run something, break something, sing something.
Baby, mama, wuntinu. Baby, me krama, wuntinu. Baby, me doggy, 9.7 FM. Baby, me ma. Baby, mama, wuntinu. Baby, me krama, wuntinu. Baby, me doggy, na wuntinu. Me ma. Yes, I thank for best me. Yanko pokra be kwere me. Baby, so be atira me. Me ma. Yes, I thank for best me. Yanko pokra be kwere me. Baby, so be atira me. Me ma. Ya treat me hapola. No fear no Nicola. Intuine katela. Simbo kan mo bekola. Ya treat me hapola. No fear no Nicola. Intuine katela. Simbo kan mo bekola.
You run something, break something, sing something. You run something, break something, sing something. You run something, break something, sing something. You run something, break something, sing something.
Every other boy I am, and you will say, me and other me. No amount of fried rice is paying up here for my new book on so. On the penny the papa who bought himself 26 July, happy birthday. On the penny the papa who bought send himself a when you go to me. The boss said, who not in chair, or two trouble, no matter what. Put me come once and when it chance, him, I no cry, and Kapogo. Pick it the flowers on him, my dear. Who's a crophobia near break? All parliamentarians and musicians are invited to our wedding. Pick it the flowers on him, my dear. Who's a crophobia near break? All parliamentarians and musicians are invited to our wedding.
And we will go home to our old boyfriend.
What you saying?
Joy 99.7 FM. Coffee in your cup. Enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best on Joy 99.7 FM.
Shakalabiyama was yagumi eh. No one kona mintire mujai. So the safa me huwa. Safa me huwa. Inani senkuto. Wasema dwi. So the safa me huwa.
99.7
Safa me huwa. Me fili oye. Wasema dwi. Anyama nyinana ya wari won. Kalawe di abonsha oda mufuo. Anyama nyinana ya fili won. Kalawe di abonsha wasema di. Come on, oswato awaba. Inyalo makame honshe. Odobra abiasa. Bafimanu eh. Odometi ma wom. Odomeka me honshe. Odometi ma wom. Odomeka me honshe. Oya obaba. Edini obaba. Oya obaba. Efren obaba.
Always the best on Joy 99.7 FM.
Musano adianide ogono shesheme. Musano adianide Afrique. Ako hosi kwa mi ebo. Eni hami mane. Hosi kwa mi ebo. Enu di style. Oda keke ebo. Eni hami mane. Hosi kwa mi ebo. Edi na me fili. Odi adie ya chimi. Adie ya chimi. Adie ya chimi eh. Odi adie ya chimi. Adie ya chimi. Adie ya chimi eh. Neke kantam na ba me hoba insoni wa obinji makuma. Ba me komo de me fili. Na sam tabi kuma so menjingi. Odom meti ma wom. Odom meka me hushi. Odom meti ma wom. Odom meka me hushi. Oyo Baba, Obaba, Obaba. In your Baba, Obaba, Obaba. Oyo Baba, Obaba, Obaba. A friend Obaba, Obaba, Obaba.
Whoa, this car, we don't stop. Check it, huh?
What do ya chimney on a car? I mean, no conimana girls, mommy. What do ya chimney on your mind? Girl, me, what do ya chimney on a car? I mean, no conimana girls, mommy. What do ya chimney on your mind? Girl, me, now you go, come on, you may me, ewo. Now you go, come on, you may me, ewo. I don't make my wom, I don't make me hushi. I don't make my wom, I don't make me hushi. Oyo Baba, Obaba, Obaba. Begin your Baba, Obaba, Obaba. Oyo Baba, Obaba, Obaba. A friend Obaba, Obaba, Obaba.
And you're still live here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7. I mean, when Roberto gets into the mood like that, I hate it when I have to interrupt the play. But hey, we have to have that conversation about the National Health Insurance Scheme, the National Health Insurance Authority. And this morning we've been joined by the CEO, Dr. Victor Asare Bampo. And he's in studio with us. Doc, good morning. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning, Winston. Always a pleasure coming back to Joy.
And the fact that the people say we are twinning, almost.
Absolutely.
The two of you had a conference and decided to wear the same colored fugu, and you left me out.
I was actually planning to wear something like yours.
Why didn't you wear
it? But you know, what you see is what you wear. In my case. You know, when you're looking for the batakari, what you see is what you wear.
Yeah.
Actually. You know, you don't. So once I saw this one, well, it looked good, and so I wore it. How are things at the National Health Insurance Authority?
They're quite good, and I'll explain. Things are going well. We've got incredible support from His Excellency the President and from the Minister of Health and the Minister of Finance. So in terms of funding, I think it's never been better. So I'll explain as we go along, but that's the first step. And then there are other things that we're doing to make our services even better.
Let's talk about funding because, you know, in the past we've had people complaining, some of your providers complaining about non-payments. When you say funding, this is the best time. Tell us about the funding arrangement. What's changed with funding?
Okay, so before His Excellency became president, you know, when he was campaigning, he talked about repealing Act 947. That was the capping act. And as soon as he came in, he did uncap the National Health Insurance Fund, which means that we have an extra 3.5 billion every year. At least last year we had an extra 3.4 billion. So in consequence, what has happened is that all that money has been channeled to us. We are paying now regularly. Every month we pay providers at the end of the month. In fact, when I leave this studio, I'm going to sit with my team to make sure that the February funding is paid. And this has been going on since January. When we came in February last year, we paid, there was some little amounts of money that had been hanging from 3-4 years before we came in, just tiny amounts, but still amounts nonetheless. And since then, from February last year to now, every month we pay the funding, which has resulted in increased confidence in the scheme from the providers. And I can tell you that last year we had 18 million people on the scheme. Now we have over 22 million people because there's also the increased confidence. So fully 66% and a little bit more of Ghanaians are covered by the scheme.
And I mean, talking about the fact that you're paying these funds, are you also getting your releases regularly?
Absolutely. I was saying before the show that there are three figures, we call them the golden numbers, that are important to us at the National Health Insurance Authority. The first one is how much we estimate to get. You know that over 90% of our funding comes from the 2.5% national health insurance levy. And then we have some money coming from SNIT contributors, 2.5% of that. And there's an estimation of how much we'll get every year. That's the first golden figure. The second is what is appropriated or allocated to us in the budget. That's the second figure. But the most important figure is how much we are actually allocated. And thanks to His Excellency the President, the Minister of Finance, and the great advocacy of our Minister of Health, for the first time in 2025, those figures merged. So 10.07 billion was what we were expected to get. 10.07 was what was put in our budget, and 10.07 is what we got. It's never happened before.
And talking about the 10.07, I'm actually interested in how much we spend, because in discussing issues about sustainability also, it will be important to know, for instance, whether the amount that you get, and the amount that you spend. So in 2025, of the 10.07 billion that you got, how much did you spend?
Okay, so I think let me flip the question back a little bit. For us, the important thing is what do we do with how much we get?
Sure.
So the efficiency question. But how much did we spend? We have a little surplus to tide us over. But that is what we are also using to do the retooling. And retooling is important in the discussion that you are having before around emergency care. We're doing some serious retooling. We're using it to build the resilience in the system. We've spent enough to pay all the claims that came up in 2025. We are not owing any provider if the claims have come through and have been vetted. Unlike previous years, stretching back, I used to be on the board of the National Health Insurance scheme years ago, so I know how it has been. But unlike previous years, now we don't owe anybody. We have a little bit. And as the Minister of Finance says, yesterday I was in a meeting with the Minister of Finance and the Minister of Health, and he said we are even going to pay you even more promptly. I don't even know what that will translate into, because he's paying us so promptly, And he keeps saying, you are a fund, you are a health insurance fund, so you must always have funding to do what you have to do. So there's that confidence from them as well, that they are giving us the money that we need to do. So we have a little bit, to tide us over and to do some of the important things that.
These important things that you talk about, the retooling that you talk about to build resilience, what are the retooling that you're doing to build resilience?
So, that in the manifesto of the NDC, what His Excellency the President promised was to give us end-to-end health coverage under what we call universal health coverage. Now, universal health coverage means that every Ghanaian living everywhere can go to a point where he or she can get health without financial hardship. And there are three legs upon which it stands: geographical coverage, service coverage, and financial protection. We come in on the financial protection bit. But if you go to a hospital and it doesn't have the tools, or it doesn't have what it takes to deliver, then we haven't done much. Now, there are two other things that are going to happen under the manifesto. One is Mahama Cares, and I'll come back to that. That is where my sister Obobia is the administrator, doing a fantastic job, because we realize that fully 42% plus of all-cause mortality, the deaths that are happening in Ghana now, are due to chronic diseases. That's why we've pivoted to make sure that we have an agency that takes care of chronic diseases. Then very soon, His Excellency the President, the Minister of Health, will be launching what we call the Free Primary Healthcare Initiative, which means that whether you have a card or not, once you are a Ghanaian, you can go to certain facilities, the CHIPS compounds, the health centers, the polyclinics, and get a basic minimum health care package, receive care without even having any problems. You should have that. So the retooling is to make sure that the facilities are ready to provide this free primary health care. Some of the retooling, more under the Mahama Cares, but some of the retooling is to make sure that the bigger health facilities are also well equipped. I was surprised. I was talking to Obobia the other day. She's doing fantastic work, by the way. She's did a needs assessment. And there are some facilities. In fact, she went to, I think, 21 facilities. There are only 5 mammogram machines. very few MRI machines, very few CT scan machines. So this is all part of the larger retooling efforts to make sure that these facilities have what it takes to take care of Ghanaians.
So if I get you clearly, the retooling that you're doing, part of the retooling is to assist in the provision of critical equipment to our health facilities.
Yes. But let me make it clear that we are doing part of it. We focused more on the free primary healthcare aspect of it. The Ghana Medical Trust Fund is looking at the other end, where it comes to the chronic diseases and so on. So we're all doing this retooling together. But like I said, and she often likes to say that where the NHIA ends, then Mahama Care begins. So we want to provide a seamless experience for Ghanaians, from the free primary health care to the regular NHIS, the scheme, to the Mahama Cares or the Ghana Medical Trust Fund. Chronic diseases, I won't call them regular, but the normal diseases that we take care of, and then the free primary health care, which we'll take care of. The important thing I must mention about the free primary health care is that it's not only looking at curative, it's looking at prevention, it's looking at promotion, which is something that hitherto we've not focused on. Because for many of the chronic diseases, if we look out for them early, we can catch them early and prevent them from going to that other extreme. So, for example, if you're checking men's PSA, you can catch prostate cancer very early. Or if you're checking people's blood pressure, you can catch the stage 4 or whatever hypertension and the things it will do to your eyes and to your kidneys very early. So we want to make sure that, and that is a way of also using the money that we have more efficiently, because you know that now the donors are pulling out, right? So it's important for us to make sure that we catch some of these diseases early. One of the things that we know is that if you have somebody in your family who has a chronic disease, sometimes it leads to penury in the family. There's a lot of poverty, because imagine that you have to do dialysis 3 times a week. Apart from the fact that above a certain line, I think that has changed now, but for a long time, if you went beyond Kumasi or Sunyani, you wouldn't have somewhere to do dialysis. So imagine somebody with chronic renal failure in Tamale or Boku or somewhere, having to come down south 3 times a week. You sell your TV first, you sell your car and all that. So that is what we are trying to change. Trying to make sure that we detect these early, but even when they are detected, there are places where they can be taken care of.
Let's talk about the primary health care, the fact that you're focusing on the free primary health care, because there are those who have advocated that we can get to the stage where healthcare delivery is free in this country. Can we?
I think eventually that is the aim. I talked about universal health coverage, where the most important thing is, and I talked about service provision, service coverage, population coverage, and financial protection. So when Kwame Asare-Bampo gets up and I have a headache or I have some problem, I should be able to have a place where I can get the service. I should be able to do it without dipping my hand in my pocket and getting it at a very highly subsidized or free, but nothing is free in this world. But it means that somebody is paying, but we are channeling the funds to make sure that our people are okay and they are not suffering financial hardship. We can do it if we are efficient with the use of the resources, if we focus on making sure that the people are, we try to turn off the tap so that we don't have people getting sick to the place where it's more expensive, because the more chronic the disease, the more expensive it is to take care of. So that's where the prevention and promotion are also important, and they come in.
Great. So that would take me to a discussion we were having earlier, and since you were listening while coming in, because I was having this conversation with Kojo Akoto Boateng. So I'm a SNIT contributor. 2.5% of my basic salary goes to the National Health Insurance Scheme. I also have a private health insurance, I'm on a private health insurance scheme provided by the Multimedia Group. So I pay as insurance is expected to be, to help others also. So if I suffer an emergency where I do not readily have money, why should money be the barrier for treatment when I, as a net contributor, have been paying thousands of cedis to the National Health Insurance Scheme?
So this is an excellent question and a serious one. I mean, I know that it's been topical. So I'll start by telling you my own personal experience.
Okay.
In 2023, in September, I lost my mom. I was then working in Geneva as a director in the UN, and it had to take me. There are many examples, but I had to call people that I know in Ghana, sitting in Geneva. Can this ambulance go and pick her, using the personal connections? It shouldn't be so.
Yeah.
Even more recently, a few weeks ago, a director in my office who takes care of my office, she lost her mom, because of something like this. So there are some parts of the health system that we really need to work on, and there's no gain saying the fact. We really need to make sure that we work on those things. However, there is the rhetoric or what is on paper, and then there's the reality. When you come to the National Health Insurance Authority and the scheme, all the things that you need if you suffer from an adverse event that takes you to the emergency ward is covered. They are all covered. When you look at the guidelines for accident and emergency from the ministry, that's the policy making body. It says that you don't take money from somebody until you stabilize the person. So it's on paper, that is what it is. However, we know that it's not working for some reason, and that is what we need to fix. 3 things I would say. Number 1, I know that the retooling will help, because sometimes the systemic failures, we sometimes reduce it to, it's a bed. But a bed, as you were saying just before we came on air, it's a whole unit. It's an ecosystem. It has to have the trained people, the tools for the people to do the work, the attitude of the health workers, and so on. So we need to look at it in totality. That's number 1. Number 2, I know that the health minister upon whom this rests is very concerned about this issue. I'm sure you heard yesterday from Parliament this thing about the integrated bed management system and things that they are going to be putting in place and so on. So there is a problem, and I know that from the right quarters they are trying very hard, and we're all supporting the minister to make sure that this is fixed. Because sometimes I hear this thing about, and it's a legitimate concern. Oh no, some people don't suffer from this. That's why you never know when this will catch you. And maybe I don't want to be dramatic, but I've seen people have heart attacks. It doesn't matter who you are. If it gets you, right. Like sometimes I think, okay, so if something happens to me here, where's the nearest facility that I'll make sure that I have a chance of survival, and it can affect anybody. So it's best we do it for everybody, and I think that they are working on it, and we are all supporting. One last thing I'll say is that let's not discount what Mahama Cares is doing. Remember that I'm sure you've heard that there are some 3 state-of-the-art cardiac catheterization. This is difficult. Catheterization. Labs that are being, so cath labs are being set up. Not only the cath labs, it comes with ICU. But it may have been reactive because of what happened to the doctor. But you see, we can't let perfect be an enemy of the good. You see a gap, you try to fix it, and as we go along, we try to even preempt so that we don't have the gaps catching us out.
You make a point. You talk about, you ask yourself the question that if something were to happen to you, where can you go? And I on Monday when we're having the conversation with Professor Nicholas Osejening, for instance, we asked him, and he talked about how if anything happened to him, in London, or say in the greater UK, he knew that his chances of survival very high. Same cannot be said about Ghana. So in your education and your retooling, have you considered these? Because then there's the fear in this country, and I tell myself all the time, when sometimes in conversations when boys say, "Oh, all die be die," so let me enjoy. I don't know when anything would happen to me. We say, "Oh, Ghana is set up not to protect you, but to kill you." As much as we joke with these things, the reality is that many people just don't trust in the system. From your point of view, from where you sit, what is it that can be done to change this perception, but most importantly, solve the problem?
Okay, excellent question. And once again, just to make it very clear that this is under the ambit of the Ministry of Health, I'll share my perspective, but we have an important role to play. And it's important, and it's very interesting for me because people were saying the same thing about NHI, that we don't trust it, they don't pay. It's changed. Like I said, every month we're paying. There are still challenges, yes. We are working on it. We have built the confidence. We are increasing tariffs this year. After the approvals we are seeking the approvals. Once they go through, there's confidence coming in. We can only try to do what is right and make sure that the confidence comes up. And I know that, like I said before, there's work being done. If these cath labs come up, and I know that it's at Kolebu or wherever, if there's an adverse event when it comes to my heart or I have a blockage, it's very easy to point. So you actually have to put the things, I talked about the retooling that is happening. Once those things are put in place, the confidence will come back. We can't say it into existence. We have to prove it. And we are already walking the talk with the uncapping of the funding, the fact that we are putting the resources in the right places. And I think eventually we will get there. We need to get there in a hurry. And I think from what I've seen at the ministry with the minister and others working, Ghana Medical Trust Fund and so on, I think we're getting there.
Now, Doc, when we talk about emergency, one of the key institutions is the National Ambulance Service. What's your relationship with them?
We don't have a relationship with them beyond that. We are also an agency under the Ministry of Health, like the National Ambulance.
It's part of our National Health Insurance funding dedicated to ambulance service that is transferred to them regularly.
So it's part of the Ministry of Health funding,
not NHI
that
funding.
Comes through us. We're just a conduit. Yes.
And have we been giving this to them?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's
year,
why,
without fail.
That's what I'm saying. That this last year, I can only talk for 2025. Every single penny that was in our budget for them, we've given to them.
Let's talk about the universal health care. So people who don't even have NHI cards can walk into hospitals and get the minimum care.
The free primary.
The free primary, if approved. How are you going to check fraud with this? Because even with NHI, people with cards go to hospitals, they need to go through processes. But over the years, we realized that fraud was one of the big things that was affecting NHI. How are you going to check fraud in
also an excellent question. You remember I was saying that it's not only about the quantum of funding, but what we do with it. Fraud is one of the things that keep us up at night. There are two things that we're working on this year. So I'll describe to you the NHIA that we want to see, where we want to get to, and I've already talked about most of it, where we are working seamlessly with the free primary healthcare, Mahama Cares, with us in the middle, providing end-to-end coverage. Fraud is that big animal in the room that I think we need to deal with. The way we are dealing with it is we're using technology to a very large extent, and also education of our members so that they know what is expected of them, what shouldn't be done to them. So like with the fraud and with the technology, we think that maybe 15 to 20% of our funding, and this is just a conservative estimate, is not going to what it should be. Actually, it should be going to. So we've employed AI, for example, to look at the patterns of our claims. Let me dial back a little bit. Up to now, and this has been going on, we didn't start this. Previous regimes have also contributed, so everybody has added a little bit. Now, sometimes some of these facilities allegedly would take claims from one region and present them again in another region. And what AI would do would be to detect these patterns. We ran a test, we've put the AI system in place, and we could see that it was already stopping some of these claims. So we think that once we employ the AI wholesale, we'll see a dramatic reduction in some of these duplications. We also have this one-time code. So for example, if Kojo goes to a facility and there's a certain code that is generated that comes back to your phone, and then you can verify that you've been at the facility. If you've not been there, if somebody else is using your card, you will not get that code. We're also using blockchain technology. We'll be starting very soon, so that any transaction from end to end is protected from anybody trying to fiddle with it and change the figures and so on. Most importantly is the attitude of the people, and making sure that there are platforms that people who suffer these adverse events in the facilities can report to. So if you go to a health facility and you dip your hand in your pocket when you are not supposed to, you must have a place where you can report, and then we can take action. Now, the most important deterrent is what we do when we discover. I remember there was a hospital whose name I will not mention, and we found that they had done some creative accounting. And so I was telling somebody, I said, some very big person, I said, this is what we've done to such and such a hospital, they are going to pay back. And the person said, are they being prosecuted? We need to apply the sanction, because this is taxpayers' money. And we need to make sure that we guard against it. And like yesterday in the meeting that we had with the two honorable ministers of finance and health, the minister of finance was very clear. He said, look, we'll continue to give you the money, but you see that fiscal space is shrinking. So you need to make sure that you make more efficient use of the money. And the only way we can make sure that there is confidence in us to continue to get more funding is to demonstrate that what we are using the money for is exactly what is written on the label, and that we are trying to reduce fraud by as much as possible. And like I said, this year, two things: sustainability of funding and also checking of the fraud.
Has it come to your attention that some providers, healthcare providers, prioritize every other thing but National Health Insurance Scheme members? So I travel to the rural areas a lot, and my work is on the farm. Almost every other week we go to the hospital, and I notice that if we are paying cash or when you're on private insurance, some priority is given to you than those who have health insurance. Has that come to your attention?
So two things I'll say to that. What are you doing about it? Two things I'll say to that. Number one, you see, sometimes when I hear these things and I look at the number of health facilities that are still trying to register, get accredited, then I wonder, because everybody, can I get the credentials? Can I, so I wonder, because if they didn't have the confidence, that's number one. Then also the number of people on the scheme, so I hear a lot of people who some people who say, no, this scheme, but they are using them. I've visited 12 regions. I'm yet to do the 4 remaining. And there's a high level of confidence, especially now, because we are also reimbursing more quickly. And I'm not the one saying it. We have 22 million Ghanaians, 66% of Ghanaians on the scheme. If it wasn't working, they wouldn't be coming onto the scheme. Finally, we are actually, some of the challenges we've had is because we are purportedly not paying realistic tariffs. We're seeking approvals, and we'll be shortly, I cannot tell when because it doesn't fall within my remit, but we have the tariff structure which has been revised, and we'll be paying, tariffs that would be much more the real market prices, and that will make us even more attractive. I can tell you, for instance, that I saw some of the new tariffs, and for some I don't want to mention some of the conditions and some of the things, they're even more attractive than what the private insurance firms are offering. So in fact, we think that when we implement the new tariffs, we'll have a rush on our system. And that's why checking fraud is most important. Because imagine the amount of money if we're paying 200 million CDs every month. If we are saving even 10% of that, with fraud detection measures, that goes a long way, So
by the end of 2026, where should we see the NHI? You've moved from about 44% to now 66%?
66%. No, we're 56% last year.
Okay.
So
44 around 2024, 2025.
No, 2024 it was 56%.
Okay, then you're now around 66%.
Last year, 66%.
Are you hitting 100%?
We want to get to 70. You see, we can push for 100%, but we also need to make sure that some of the problems we are talking about this image, because what's the use of a card if you cannot get the full benefit? So sometimes people say, oh, NHI, you are not saying what you're doing. It's important to let people know, but it's more important for the work to speak for itself. When people are confident in the system, they get what they need to get. This thing about emergency is very important. And, once those problems are solved and we push to 80, 90%, then we're in a good place. But the thing is also that if you push to 80 or 90%, then you are increasing the amount of potential fraud. So we need to, it's like you are burning the candle at both ends. Whilst you are pushing the numbers up, you are making sure that you are also increasing the efficiency of the system.
You talked about reviewing tariffs. I mean, if approved, so what are we looking at? From what to what rate?
I wouldn't want to say now, but it's a significant jump.
How soon will they be approved?
Well, it's not, like I said, it doesn't lie, as some African right, it doesn't lie in my mouth to say. But we are, there's a process. So we have a whole stakeholder process with, consultants, and so they look at the numbers, then we go to our board, then we go to the minister, and then he, looks at it, and then he says. But we're far advanced. We're far advanced.
Currently, just by way of refreshing. Currently, what's the tariff? Currently, what's the amount
for
subscription?
Oh, so it depends on where and it depends on which category. You are a SNIT, so you don't pay any premium. You don't pay any processing fee. So sometimes it's from about 10 CDs to 48 CDs when you come to the premium center and all that. But even with that premium, we want to see how we can streamline it and make sure that, because if we are doing free primary health care, then do we still have to have that premium, and what kind of percentage does it contribute to? But there's a whole discussion around it that I cannot talk about.
When all things being equal, would it take effect? When do you want it to take effect?
So I think, Winston, there's what the tariffs I'm talking about. You are talking about the premium. I'm talking about what the providers are paid for each of the services. That's why I was asking for which, and that one is going to increase quite significantly. Because they are saying that, okay, if I treat hypertension, I'm not being paid what I really should be paid. And we're saying, okay, we hear you. There's a process in our law, the Act 852, which makes it imperative for us to review this. And we've had a comprehensive review. It started sometime even before I came. And so we are winding down on it, and we are looking at the figures. And it would be a significant cost to the budget. So we need to make sure that we do it properly, and we need to make sure that even as we roll it out, we are closing the loopholes.
Okay, and because you talk about a significant cost to the budget, significant costs are always justified. If you don't mind, you can tell us what's the justification for this review?
No, so like I said, because it's like going to the market. Prices change. So in our law, we're supposed to actually do this every year. This was we have a minor review, and then there's a comprehensive review. This was a really comprehensive. So it took a little bit of time. We had to go back and forth with the stakeholders and so on. So that's why we've taken more than 2 years to implement this. But it will be really significant.
Dr. Victor Asare-Bampo is our guest this morning. He's the Chief Executive Officer of the National Health Insurance Authority. Doc, how much do you get from premium payments and renewals compared to how much you get from the levies. What percentage do you get from the levies that you get?
Over 90%.
90% of the levies?
Yes.
And renewals is
renewals
just about 10%?
is about, it doesn't even get to 10%.
Yeah. So with the introduction of the free basic health care, with your target of increasing subscription to 70%, which will possibly take us to say 27, 29 million people, your current funding sources and funding mechanism, will it be enough to carry the National Health Insurance Scheme through without putting a lot of debt on your books?
I think it is doable.
Or should we increase the levy so you can 30.5% levy?
First of all, we must make do. You see, it's a journey.
Mm-hmm.
It was capped. It's been uncapped. There's quite a significant amount of funding. I said 3.5 billion extra. Let's see what we can do with it and make sure that we're efficient with the use. Remember, we're in an environment where we need roads, we need all this. So we need to justify why the funding should still come to us. So for me, I believe that the quantum is important, but the efficiency is more important. Yeah. And for now, I think we're on that, on that pathway to make sure we get efficiency. Then we are looking at sustainability and are there other sources of funds and so on. Yes, we're looking at it.
Yeah, well, but if I get what Kojo is saying finally on that, because as you increase, it means more people.
Yes.
The expectation is that annually there would also be an increase in SNIT contribution and an increase in National Health Insurance levy and increase in subscriptions. But if that doesn't happen, assuming we're holding the current amount constant, with the kind of increase in subscription or in members that you're seeking and tariff, would you have enough funds to run the scheme?
Yes. So you see that there are lots of balls in the air. Remember that the VAT regime has also changed.
Yes.
That VAT, the input output is going to potentially bring us more resources.
Mm-hmm.
So there are so many variables that are in place that we are looking at.
Okay.
But for now, we think that we're good. We've run the numbers, for example, with free primary healthcare up until 2027, 2028, 2029, and it's looking good. Making certain assumptions about reducing fraud, making assumptions that once the Ghana Medical Trust Fund takes off, some of the cost that comes to us will be reduced. In the medium to long term, remember that the prevention and promotion of the health care would reduce some of the chronic diseases. So there are lots of things that are in play.
Now, someone just sent this message as we wrap it all up. Says, Dr. Victor Asaribampo is a unique leader who's won the hearts and minds of his staff at NHIA, and stakeholders are more comfortable working with the authority. There's somebody who works with you and, sent us this message. So thank you very, very much for joining us this morning. Anything you want to say finally, Dr. Victor Bampo?
No, so just to say thank you to the person who sent the message. I need to actually congratulate the staff at NHI. Number one, I'm so privileged that His Excellency the President gave me this opportunity to serve. There are 30 plus million people, and it's an honor and a privilege to serve. I have a fantastic boss who is the Minister of Health, a fantastic board chairman and board. Most importantly, the staff at NHIA, sometimes they don't get the recognition they deserve. I've worked in many organizations around the world, and I keep telling the staff, they are some of the most dedicated, some of the most knowledgeable, and some of the most fantastic staff. And they are doing a good job, and I congratulate them heartily. Mm-hmm. And I say that I think Ghanaians should give us the opportunity to show how much of a difference we can make in this space. Thank you.
Yeah.
Great.
Kojo.
Kojo.
I can't last question, but me busana on mommy answer. We are proposing that fufu and akukon coin be added to the approved drug list of National Health Insurance. So that when people go to the hospital, you bomb coin before we do the vitals. What do you think?
You know, I was listening to this one. I'll take off my NHIA hat and I'll say that as a private is a good plan.
We'll be right back after this.
Wale mabono e fonko bobeno inyela yito iketamo e kukuranya bano mawoboye wale mabono e fonko bobeno inyela yito iketamo e kukuranya bano mawajepo yo shele fenshona shia mawajepo mahosele fenshona shia enyala yito iketamo e kukuranya bano enyala yito iketamo e kukuranya bano. Come on. Wale mawono e fonko bano enyela yito iketamo e kukuranya bano. Wale mawono e fonko bano enyela yito iketamo e kukuranya bano. Mawajepo biyosele fenshona shia mawajepo mahosele fenshona shia enyela yito iketamo e kukuranya bano enyela yito iketamo e kukuranya bano. Hey, I am the Lord, come on, the one who keeps the king, the one who gives the power. I will not hold you back. Say I am the Lord, I am the Lord, the one who keeps the king, the one who gives the strength.
Joy 99.7 FM.
The world is changing fast, and the leaders who thrive will shape what comes next. What matters now is the ability to think clearly, act with purpose, and lead in complexity. For more than 20 years, Ashesi University has shaped leaders who do exactly that, combining character with rigorous real-world problem-solving. Our MBA and Master's programs in Intelligent Computing Systems and Mechatronic Engineering are designed for professionals who want their work to matter and their leadership to last. Remember, graduate and undergraduate admissions are ongoing. Visit ashesi.edu.gh to learn more.
Hey, Auntie Akos. My momo is finished, but I still want to buy some pepper.
Hey, you are still stressing. You haven't heard about Extra Balance from Forms Capital?
Extra Balance? Which one is that?
It's a good way to get a small boost for your momo wallet when the pockets are dry. Extra Balance will give you a little extra money to sort yourself out till your next top up.
So, even me, I can use it?
Of course! Extra Balance helps everybody. Market women, students, small traders. No wallet left behind. With Extra Balance from Forms Capital, you get a little extra when your wallet runs low. Also, the interest is only only charge for the days you actually use the money. It's part of our mission to drive community growth and financial inclusion, because when everybody can move forward, we all win. Sign up for free on the Momo app, navigate to Financial Services, Advances, and select Extra Balance to register, or dial *170#, select 5, select 3, then select 4 to activate Extra Balance. Live extra with Extra Balance.
One emotion football brings, no matter the nation, is joy. The kind that makes strangers hug and grown adults scream like children. For years, we have cheered from couches, celebrated in front of screens, promising ourselves, one day I will be there. That one day is here. Joy is not someday. Joy is not far away. Joy is here. And this June, you are going to meet it. Book your 2026 World Cup experience with Adansi Travels, because some moments are not meant to be postponed. They are meant to be lived. Call Adansi Travels now on 0595 500 817 or 0531 008 550.
Are you ready to revolutionize the future of agriculture? The Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, in partnership with the Ghana Exim Bank, proudly presents the Ghana Agrotech Fair 2026. The fair will feature exhibitions, market linkages, masterclasses, and workshops on climate-smart farming, digital tools, and export development. Join us at the Black Star Square from March 17 to March 19 at 9 a.m. each day. The President of the Republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, will be assisted by the Minister for Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, the Honorable Elizabeth Ofuswejari, and the Chief Executive of the Ghana Exim Bank, Honorable Sylvester Adina Mensah, to open the fair. Government agencies, agrotech firms, startups, farmers, financial institutions, and the general public are all welcome. To exhibit or for inquiries, call 0559 679326 or 0242 585419. Media partners: Daily Graphic, Media General, Radio Gold, City FM, Channel 1 TV, and the Multimedia Group. Ghana Agrotech Fair 2026, transforming agribusiness through local innovation and technology.
Introducing the new Comfort Afterwash for Clothes. Contains a formula that makes clothes smell fresh and looking like brand new. After washing, add Comfort to your rinsing water before you dry. Step out and let your clothes do the talking. Grab the sachet from a provision shop or market near you now. Enjoy fragrance on your clothes for days. Comfort and Jibebia. This advert is FDA approved.
Watching DSTV means getting the TV you love. By staying connected, you get more. Catch all the big football games, blockbuster movies, kids shows, and endless entertainment without spending an extra pesewa. From 1st October 2025, pay for your subscription and get an instant upgrade to the next package. No doll and crow. Dial *759# now to stay connected. T's and C's apply. DSTV, your home of entertainment.
Hello, Ghana! Are you ready for the Joy News Impact Makers Awards 2026? The time is now. Nominations are officially open. Yes, who is that community hero in your corner? Who is that selfless individual bringing hope, dignity, and smiles to your community? Do you believe he or she deserves a national or even global recognition? Then don't wait. Send us a link or short videos and pictures showcasing the works of your impact maker, together with a one-page write-up detailing how this ordinary person is making life better for you and your community. Email your nomination to impact.makersawards@myjoyonline.com. Remember, it's strictly one nomination, one entry per person, so make sure the nominee is your best. Nomination closes on 28th of February 2026. This is your chance to put the spotlight on a community champion making real impact. Don't miss it. Joy News Impact Makers Awards, celebrating ordinary people making extraordinary impacts.
coffee in your cup, and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Kuma Nimpanwa no yano Tubu na Mongan Monka dumpim Gasie na kumo Ominum Monko komi Nobanyum Mahemrang rami DJ na kumo Bominum Monko komi Nobanyum Mahemrang rami Basana mi Sanyum yidia Emma yarisa Onomwa yarisa Sanyum yidia Emma yarisa Susumwa yarisa Tumakata nyemasawa Ama miniwe Tumakatani yamasu All the poison Ama miniwe All the poison Ama miniwe All the poison Ama miniwe
Yeah, and that's Daddy Lumba with Poison. Kojo, what's he saying? There's a part of the song I can't hear very clearly.
What's that Lumba saying?
What's Daddy Lumba saying in the song?
Which part of the song?
The Poison part, no?
I say Enyum Yarisa.
Enyum Yarisa.
Sanyum Yedie. Ema Yarisa. Yes, Ema Yarisa.
Okay.
But Samini said, when music hits you, you feel no pain. For too much music, you can't complain. And what have been at that Lumbakai in high life?
Okay. So that's what Daddy Lumba is talking about.
Yes, so call it poison. But you can still call it poison. Because sometimes when you meet your friends, you ask them, what's your poison? Meaning, what will you drink? What will give you IRS?
Okay. So if we add this to Menyampo, if we were to bring Menyampo's lyrics into the song, what idea will you have?
Menyampo. No idea. It is the ionic nano copper technology idea that comes to my mind.
Yo. Yeah, actually, we all love Lumba.
Now, all Baby Musa say Mentrasi. Oh, but that Lumba, Nyuma. Kojo, what was he saying?
I was struggling to understand.
When Einstein did the E is equal to MC squared, were we there?
But that's why you see DJ X-ray,
and then they took us to school to explain what that thing means.
X-ray DJ. So I felt that maybe, having played this song over the years, when you were in Kumasi, you probably know the lyrics better than I do. And that's why I asked.
Call Obimpuna Austin.
I don't know the lyrics.
He will explain the lyrics.
That's why I said add Menyampo to it.
Charlie, MFA has brought us the 2026 major rainy season forecast by the Ghana Meteor Agency. We've been talking about it.
Yes.
That they should tell us how the weather is going to be so we can predict flooding and all those things. We'll look through it and later maybe discuss it.
We'll look through it, but let me tell you more about the Stay Back, Stay Safe campaign by the National Petroleum Authority, which is cautioning the public to desist from scooping or fetching fuel from over 10 fuel tankers at accident scenes. Again, do not get closer to the scene and attempt to take videos and pictures. Charlie, this thing, inhaling the petroleum products is detrimental to your health. Worst of all, petroleum products are volatile and highly flammable, and a small spark can trigger a catastrophic explosion, causing death and loss of properties. Don't let a moment of desperation lead you to a lifetime of regret. If you see an over 10 tanker, stay back and stay safe. Call trained professionals such as the National Fire Service or Ghana Police personnel to handle the scene, or reach the National Petroleum Authority on 0302 550 380. Your life is worth more than a gallon of fuel. This Save a Life campaign is from the National Petroleum Authority.
And what chapter are you on in this 2026 story? Your 2026 story, what chapter are you on? Is it a chapter of new plans? Is it fresh starts? Are you finally saying yes to the things you've been putting off? Look, with ABSA, you are supported at every step with tailored banking and finance solutions like loans, credit cards, digital banking that helps you to save, you plan ahead and take control of your life's big and small moments. So look, whatever chapter you're writing this year, let it end in a yes with ABSA, because your story matters.
Kojo, I just need to put this out. Someone sent me a message at 2:18 a.m. today and said, once again, I'm appealing to you and to your media colleagues to please demand answers for us. What is the rationale and purpose of this exercise? So I think it was a police vehicle with a siren on around 2 a.m. It is 2:18 a.m. and this is on our streets. Dogs now barking as a result. The elderly like myself waking up. There's no known emergency. The community and the nation is not at war. Do we not need peaceful and quiet enjoyment of sleep, as the Constitution guarantees citizens and the health experts advise? Respectfully, let us as citizens learn to question things when it is necessary and when it requires us to do so. And so, the voice note that was sent to me, you could hear the siren at the background. And, I ask sometimes, because I live in an area that sometimes you get the police coming there and you hear them coming.
Yeah.
And sometimes you are asleep and it's so loud. You say, why?
In my neighborhood, we would prefer to have something like this because we've seen about 2 robberies over the past 6 months. But for the sender in their neighborhood, maybe there may not be a need for this. If it's a new police visibility tactic, maybe with time the police service will let us know.
Yeah.
Sometimes they will pilot something, pick data and their own experiences before. So Ghana Police Service, if you are listening, which area is this the person mentioned?
The person didn't mention the area.
Yes. Some of your police trucks move around some neighborhoods at night with their sirens on and all that. If it's a new strategy to show visibility to the criminals, we thank you for doing that. But if it's not, maybe you may want to check on your members.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the European Union, in collaboration with Dubawa, presents the West Africa Regional Bloggers webinar on the topic Reducing Commercialization of Disinformation through Responsible Blogging and Content Creation. It's on Friday, the 27th of February 2026. Time is 5 p.m. Join Bongo Ideas, Kobe Spikey Nkrumah, and other seasoned bloggers and content creators in Nigeria, Liberia, and Sierra Leone for a sizzling conversation on how not to make money out of disinformation. The webinar will be moderated by Na Shoko, actress, media practitioner, and influencer. Join the link for the conversation on all European Ghana social media handles, as well as on all Dubawa social media handles. See the pattern, check the facts, save our democracy.
And Electroland is still rewarding you this Ramadan. It's a beautiful season of peace, reflection, and blessings. And also a season of giving. And Electroland is really giving you and bringing you real value and real blessings straight into your home. If you've been planning to upgrade your appliances, this is the time. Grab a Nasco TV from just 699 cedis, bottom fridge freezers from 1,999 Ghana cedis, chest freezers also from 1,999 Ghana cedis. And if you're looking for quality washing performance, get the Samsung 6kg twin tab washing machine at just Kofi, you know what, 2,999
That's affordable.
Ghana cedis. Yes, and the microwaves are going for 1,799 Ghana cedis. That's the Samsung microwaves. They are TCL 43-inch TVs going for 2,999 Ghana cedis. Water dispensers 1,599 Ghana cedis, and a whole lot more. If you want the TCL front load inverter washing machine, it's also going for 5,999 Ghana cedis. Everything is there. TCL, Samsung, Media, Nasco. So go to your nearest Electroland office or authorized dealer nationwide and take advantage of these discounts. 050-315-9739, that's their number, or you go to electrolandgh.com for more information. Electroland Ghana, bringing Ramadan value home.
Are you an agro-processing equipment manufacturer or a manufacturer of any agric machinery? Do you have any innovation that can improve agro-processing? Register an exhibit at the Made in Ghana Agricultural and Agro-Processing Technology Fair 2026. The fair being organized by the Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry in partnership with the Ghana Exim Bank seeks to showcase locally manufactured agric machinery, implements and agro-processing equipment and technologies. Come and see the nexus between technology developers, agro-industrial businesses, farmers, fishers, and exporters. President John Dramani Mahama will open the fair, be at the Independence Square from the 17th to the 19th of March 2026 at 9 a.m. each day. To exhibit, call 0242585419 or 0559679326. The general public is invited. Ghana Agrotech Fair 2026, transforming agribusiness through local innovation and technology.
Yeah, and as Anglo Gold Ashanti wishes to alert the public to fraudulent job recruitment scams using the name of the company and its subsidiary, Anglo Gold Ashanti Iduapre Mine. Now, these fake adverts and letters are not affiliated with Anglo Gold Ashanti in any way. Anglo Gold Ashanti never requests payments for jobs or authorizes third-party recruiters. You should verify vacancies via their official website, careers page, that is anglogoldashanti.com/company/careers, or you call 027-434-400 or 027-434-401. Reports comes to the nearest police station, and the official media pages for Anglo Gold Ashanti Iduaprem and Obuasi Mines are on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube under the names Anglo Gold Ashanti Iduaprem Mine and Anglo Gold Ashanti Ghana.
Still to come this morning here on the Super Morning Show.
We're currently in the eastern region in the Brim River trying to clean or applying the ionic nanocopper technology to clean the Brim River. So we want to get the Brim River clean as a pilot. Then we proceed to other water bodies. Currently we see that out of application, we're already seeing the separation of water from the mud, and it's clear. And in 1 hour, I'm sure we can drink this water. So we are good. We are seeing the effect of the chemical.
What is the name of this technology?
It's ionic nanocopper, which we use to chemicalize our polluted water with heavy metals.
So what is the objective at the end of the day?
We want to see our water bodies clean and proceed into ensuring that legal and illegal miners clean their water before they release it into the main river bodies and also inland.
Ramadan Kareem, a season of peace, blessings, and giving. Electroland Ghana Limited is bringing blessings into your home with special value deals on Samsung, TCL, Media, and NASCO. NASCO TVs from just $699, bottom fridge freezer from $1999, chest freezer from $1999, Samsung 6 kg twin tap washing machine for 2,999 Ghana cedis, Samsung microwaves from 1,799 Ghana cedis, TCL 43 inches for 2,999 Ghana cedis, TCL water dispenser for 1,599 Ghana cedis, TCL front load inverter for 5,999 Ghana cedis, Media air cooler for 1,499 Ghana cedis, air fryer, juicer, stand mixer, and blender at all special Ramadan prices. Visit EGL showrooms and authorized dealers nationwide. Call us on 0503 159739 and on our website at www.electrolandgh.com. Electroland Ghana, bringing Ramadan value home.
I'm going on leave. Oh.
Hey, Abna, every year when you take your leave, you travel. Last 2 years, Dubai. Last year, Singapore. Hey, so this year, where are you going to?
This year, I'm going to change on channel.
But how are you able to do this, Abna? Because the last time I tried, I got scammed.
Oh, I booked my travels with Waka Now. They have well-curated holiday packages for your holiday plans. This includes your visa, hotel, travel insurance, tours and flights, and everything.
That is nice. But how can I reach them?
Call 024-243-551. Follow at Waka Now Ghana. Visit wakanow.com.gh. Download our app or walk into our travel centers in Accra, Kumasi, Takoradi, and Tamale. Waka Now. Let's go.
Imagine waking up to fresh forest air, wildlife just a few steps away, and breakfast served in the heart of nature. This March, Joy FM is inviting you to escape the city properly. Friday the 20th and Saturday the 21st of March, we're taking you on the Joy FM Safari Experience 2026, a 2-day luxury adventure through Aqua Safari and Safari Valley. Picture this. We head to Aqua Safari, Lakeside Branch, Island Boat Rides, Segway Adventures, and just when you think it can get better, we head to Safari Valley for pure relaxation and an evening bonfire and fun luxury cabins tucked away into nature. Then we rise early for a sunrise hike along the Kwapim Ridge. Breathtaking views, golden light, and unforgettable moments. Guided wildlife encounters. This is not just a trip, it's nature, comfort, adventure, curated the Joy FM way. Joy FM Safari Experience 2026, 20th and 21st of March. Limited spaces, premium experience. Single 5,000 CDs, double 8,000 CDs. Call or WhatsApp Slevin on 053-100-3813 to book your slot. Be part of this unforgettable escape, because sometimes the best way to reset is to get lost in nature in style.
From Accra to Paris and now to London, Amoah presents Women of Valor London 2026 under the theme The Pursuit of Fearlessness. Come and listen to actress and television presenter Amoah McBrown from Ghana, actress Kate Henshaw from Nigeria, Leslie Batchelor, CEO of Export Boot Camps and former Director General UK Institute of Export and International Trade from the UK, Deborah Shanley Finley, survivor of sexual abuse from the USA. And from France, Clarisse Magnan, senior partner and managing director of McKinsey France. Join us on 7th March 2026 at the London Hilton on Park Lane. Call 0556 749872 or 0551 557700 for our travel package. Visit www.womenofvalor.co for more details. Women of Valor London 2026 is in association with ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development, Goldport Jewelry, Nexus Global, Travel Wings, and Joy 99.7 FM.
Was the story of the chartered marketer, one of bold ambition and unstoppable drive to be the very best, backed by a curriculum built with strategic global partners, again powered by industry-leading experts, with success stories born from the CIMG Professional Marketing Qualifications Program, anchored by accredited study centers, a certification that opens doors, breaks boundaries, and redefines what's possible. It's time to join the ranks of professional marketers with a secure future powered by CIMG. For more information on how to sign up, visit www.cimghana.org or call 055-2746-592 today. CIMG, working for Ghana.
Welcome back. It's Daddy Luma with Menyampo. Kojo, that's the question I asked you. Menyampo.
Yeah.
And this is on the Poison album, actually. Yeah, Menyampo. So
Yes.
if you add poison to it, do you get the understanding now?
I don't know what you want me to understand. If you want me to understand anything, play Akomada's Komasu for me.
Which one is that?
Mame Sawasi Biguawa.
On that note, there's
Komasu Chase Tetre Madesia Humimpewi Nakadebena.
Okay.
Miss Charlie. Bubume.
A bubu.
It weakens me.
Like
my knees and my joints.
Now, in March, Joy FM brings you something you cannot miss. A Joy FM celebration of all the things Ghanaian and a humorous capture of our daily transits in Lorry Palava. Joy Prime Ghana Fest, a 2 celebration of made in Ghana products. Fun and entertainment. and the ultimate escape into nature, the Joy Safari Experience 2026. So imagine, Kojo, waking up to the fresh forest air, wildlife just a few steps away, and breakfast served in the heart of nature. This March, Joy FM is inviting you to escape the city properly. Friday 20th, Saturday 21st March, we're taking you to the Joy FM Safari Experience, a 2-day luxury adventure through Aqua Safari and Safari Valley. We head to Aqua Safari, Lakeside Branch, Island Boat Rides, Segway Adventure, and just when you think it can't get better, we head to Safari Valley for pure relaxation at the evening bonfire and retire into the luxury cabins tucked into nature. We rise early for a sunrise hike along the Ekwapim Ridge. Breathtaking views, golden light guided wildlife encounters, and unforgettable moments. This is not just a trip, it's nature comfort adventure curated the Joy FM way. Limited spaces, premium experience, single 5,000, double 8,000. Call or WhatsApp Slevin on 053 3813 now to book your slot. The Joy Ghana Man Celebration 2026 is sponsored by GCB Bank, your bank for life.
Patupa.
Patupa.
Yes,
Then
Patupa.
Say kutu, say
Say
bam.
kutu, say bam. GCB. Esu.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, today is Eduji Kojo Tamaklo's birthday.
Yes,
we have a
Godwin
lot of
Tamaklo.
messages here. So Eduji, happy birthday to you. This one I'm reading is from Dela Raseloklo to you. So, yeah. He's the MPA boss, right?
Yes.
In the Nomuntiti Fuel, so, National Fuel Promo, because it's the CEO's birthday.
Well, some of the oil marketing companies can do that.
Yeah, I'm so. Today, let's break the floor price.
And better.
Let's break the floor
and can be free
price. Yambono 50 pesos per liter. Anyway, happy birthday to you, Eduji. But if you want to boost your career, the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants is waiting for you. They want to help you join a global network of 689,000 professionals in 190 countries. You can earn while you learn, you can unlock your leadership and digital finance skills, and become a chartered global management accountant with CIMA. No boring lectures, you enjoy flexible self-paced online learning, you study anytime and anywhere. So go to www.aicpa-cima.com or you call 0263-011-992 for more information. Chartered Institute of Management Accountants, one CIMA qualification, countless career opportunities.
Well, if you're a business owner and you're looking for a smarter way to keep an eye on your shop, restaurant, office, or warehouse anytime, anywhere, then I've got good news for you. Because with MTN Business Eye, the smart surveillance solution, it gives you total visibility and control. It's powered by Wi-Fi, SIM connectivity, cloud storage, and solar energy, so your security never sleeps even when the lights go out. Enjoy 24/7 monitoring, real-time alerts, two-way audio, and reliable backup, all at affordable rates. Dial star 5060 # today and keep your business in sight always with MTN Business Eye. MTN is everywhere you go.
You know how Lumba and the old High Life stars, they used to give shout outs in songs like Farsight Enterprise, Koko Memory, Kwabna TV, Charlie Anyway, Ekoma Minyaba, Milana Ajman, Auntie Milana Ajman. Charlie, this song is for you. Today is your birthday. Happy birthday to you, Milana. It's from all the boys to you. Happy birthday. God bless you. But look, if you need fuel, make the smart stop at Star Oil, Ghana's largest oil marketing company. They have over 240 stations nationwide, and they give you high quality fuel, great service, and real value for money. This is why many Ghanaians are switching to Star Oil. And with the Star card, you can enjoy safe, cashless fueling and easy expense tracking. Wherever you go, choose Star Oil for your quality and affordable fuels.
So this March, Lady Sam hosts her 7th International Women's Day Conference, Include Her 2026, an exclusive, strictly by invitation event spotlighting women's voices, rights, and leadership, which is in conjunction with the 2nd Shimai Star Influential Awards, where leaders shine. The event comes off on Thursday, 5th March from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. The theme, Include Her, Her Rights, Her Voice, Our Action. The event features an inspiring lineup of speakers, including Patience Osekre, Sonia Ibrahim, and other distinguished voices. This is strictly by invitation. Include Her because women deserve to be seen, heard, and included.
And Electroland is still giving you the great products at great prices. You can get your Nasco TVs from 699 Ghana cedis. You can get your media air coolers for only 1,499 Ghana cedis, and it's all part of the great Ramadan promotion from Electroland Ghana. Look, if you're eyeing that Samsung 6 kilogram twin tap washing machine, it's going for only 2,999 Ghana cedis. If you're looking for that TCL front loader inverter washing machine, it's only 5,999 Ghana cedis. And there are TVs, there are juicers, air fryers, blenders, all at special Ramadan prices. So go to any Electroland Ghana showroom or authorized dealer nationwide today, or you call 050-315-9739, or you visit electrolandgh.com. Electroland Ghana, bringing Ramadan value home.
Well, Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited, is your number one supplier of quality office essentials, equipment, and furniture at affordable prices. And they've introduced an online store for your shopping convenience, which means you can now shop by simply logging on to kingdomstoreonline.com without physically coming to any of their branches. It's hassle-free, and they'll arrange delivery to your home and office within a reasonable time, offering free delivery within Accra and Tema. They accept payment via Momo across all networks. Terms and conditions that apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
And we have a lot of your messages in, a lot of them.
Yes, let's share some of these messages, Kojo.
Guy Fox in Tema says, good morning, Winston and Kojo. I think we have not analyzed our healthcare system properly. The fact is simple. We have converted public healthcare into a commercial venture staffed by some people who are desperate. Under such circumstances, life means nothing. So we need to do better. This one says, good morning, gentlemen. The issue is that we build our neighborhoods without proper designs. No essential services such as police stations, fire stations, hospitals or community clinics, libraries, community centers, and others. And this one says, I find your discussion on emergency beds interesting. Please remember, each bed comes with personnel. Each ICU bed comes with 3 shifts of trained nurses and trained doctors. It's not just beds, and training and employment also take a lot. Now, this message says, my name is Anna Buckle, and I listen to you every morning from Mauritius, and I'm glad for the informative journalism. It keeps me abreast with news from home. The no bed syndrome needs to be addressed once and for all, and I pray this government does just that. Too many Ghanaians are dying unnecessarily. Anna, how is Mauritius this morning? I love the place. I miss the Valley of Cales and the Grand Bay. One of these days, invite us over to explore Mauritius again. Now, Kwame in Amasaman says, apart from paying hospital claims, the NHIS is not working. You got to pay for virtually everything in clinics, hospitals in Ghana today. Why not? When people have masters in actuarial science and other relevant qualifications in the house, we need to get them to help do this. It's about who you know now. So things are not working. NHIS is not working, that's all. This is from Kwame. His thoughts on NHIS. And this is a pharmacy provider. He says we have been paid only up to September 2025. Dr. Bampo said that they've paid all verified claims up to date. So this person says they've been paid up to September 2025. So I think you need to take it up with the NHI and ensure that your claims are verified, and it puts pressure on them to pay, because now they say they have money. Now this message says, good morning, Winston. My name is Bright. I'm a boat driver. I took a patient on referral from a hospital in McCarthy Hills to the Greater Accra Regional Hospital, Ridge, a couple of months ago. She was in a very critical condition and she was dying. The nurses told us there was no bed, so we should go to another hospital. The security man on duty came and told us to give him 200 cedis and to see the nurses. A few minutes later, he came back and took the woman inside on the bed. Hey! Hey! It is very inhumane and wickedness on part of some of our nurses. God bless you guys for the good works for God and country. This message says, I have observed that frequently NHIS clients are told their prescribed medication is out of stock at the facility they visit. This results in the full cost of those drugs pushed to the clients, despite the drug being covered. What concrete steps is the NHIS taking to create a real-time integrated system that allows patients to redeem these unavailable medicines from an alternative accredited facility without incurring any additional cost? This is a very good question. We will forward this question to the NHI boss for a response, which will relay to listeners in due course. And this message says, good morning, Super Morning Show. So the EPA boss thinks clearing the water means a big milestone has been achieved. What will be the pH in the water? Will it be reduced or increased? What about quality? Don't you think this will increase galamsey operations, since they think they'll have a solution to clear the water? This is a question and a message on the EPA issues.
And talking about the EPA issue,
We're currently in Eastern region in the Brim River trying to clean or applying the ionic nanocopper technology to clean the Brim River. So we want to get the Brim River clean as a pilot. Then we proceed to other water bodies. Currently we see that as of application, we're already seeing the separation of water from the mud, and this is clear. And in 1 hour, I'm sure we can drink this water. So we are good. We are seeing the effect of the chemical.
What is the name of this technology?
It's ionic nanocopper, which we use to chemicalize our polluted water with heavy metals.
So what is the objective at the end of the day?
We want to see our water bodies clean and proceed into ensuring that legal and illegal miners clean their water before they release it into the main river bodies and also inland. We can't compare how much we need to spend on it because we need to get our rivers back to its original state. So what we have done here in our demonstration, we're spending about $200,000 to acquire the product that will clean about 1 kilometer. So for 1 kilometer, it's a demonstration. We're doing a portion of Brim River. We try it in River Pra. We try it in Ankobra River as well. So we believe that the product will be finished. So for 200,000, it is completely funded by the Environmental Protection Authorities, IGF. Beyond that, River Pra alone is 267 kilometers, which means that we need huge sums of money to continue with the cleaning. So we call on government agencies, private institutions, individuals. So no amount is too small. You can donate to EPA, and we continuously acquire this technology to clean our water bodies. Any amount we get will clean a portion of the river bodies, and then we hope that the illegal mining activities will slow down for our water bodies to clean.
So that's the executive director of the Environmental Protection Authority, EPA, Professor Kojo. So it cost $200,000 for a kilometer. She says the Pra River, for instance, is 267. So if you multiply 267 by $200,000, for instance, that's $53.4 million. But she says this technology is needed to clean our water body. But did I hear her say that after 1 hour you can drink?
Yes, she said that.
Oh, okay. I see. That'll be interesting.
Well, this is what I think about this INC, ionic nanocopper technology, and what the EPA is doing. First, I want to applaud Professor Kluche. It is unusual to see state institutions taking initiative like this. And I think she's taking the initiative with the collaborators to hit the ground and find a scientific solution to a national problem. Especially the fact that they are using their IGFs. In a lot of places, they would rather wait and look for some grant and funding before they hit the ground. So the fact that they've committed $200,000, which is a little over 2 million Ghana cedis of their own IGF to do this, is a great thing. So Professor Kluche, I applaud you. I applaud her for partnering Standards Authority, Water Resources Commission, and the various institutions to get this done. We've always talked about how we've lost the quality of water and how we need solutions. And she has shown us a solution looking for a problem to be solved using the INC. So I want to applaud her. Now, number two, I think we need to be careful, practical, measured, and sustainable in our approach in doing this. If we do not solve the Galamsey problem and fix the root cause of the pollution, this will be like bailing a boat in the middle of the sea without plugging the hole that is letting the water in. It will just be throwing money away. So if we do not solve Galamsey as it is, that is causing the pollution, we'll be wasting money. Now, if we solve Galamsey, the environment, as we know, sometimes has its own way of solving its problems, cleaning itself up. INC is great, it's shown results, but how about going the full length of bioremediation to fix the environment? Right. So I think that they've shown us something can be done. They've given us numbers, they've given us a demonstration, but it is not about applying INC now. For me, if I apply INC, for example, I would apply it at the intake areas of Ghana Water, where turbidity is absolutely over the roof. To drop turbidity so that Ghana Water can draw much cleaner water into their processing tanks to process for us. But if you put it in a river body, which is a flowing river body, you may be, 2 steps forward, 5 steps backwards. So they've done really well by showing us technology that can work. But this is the time they need to involve IESS, all the people from KNUS, and find a much more complete remediation strategy to fix this, while also pushing the government to fix Galamsey as it is.
Great, and that'll be all from us this morning. Thank you very much, Kojo, Akoto, Boateng. My name is Winston, Amoah. Coming up will be the news at 10 with Benedicta, and then the Queen of the Airwaves, Doreen.
Benedicta,
comes your way with the Cosmopolitan. Have a lovely day.